Short summary chat. What is good? We are here live in the flesh, guys. 11:34 short summary, guys. I did read through it just a little bit. That way, I had some preparation, guys. These spoilers dropped literally like what 7 a.m. They dropped at like 6, 7, 8 a.m. And chat, we got a big bomb. Super bomb from the boy Young Woki with the manga. Bro, Young Smokey, thank you so much, King. I cannot put it into words how grateful I am, bro. Thank you so much, man. I greatly appreciate it, bro. Just you go above and beyond a supporter. The fact that you even super chat in the first place is just insane, right? Because just to even super chat in the first place shows like extreme levels of generosity, bro. And then on top of that, you're just dropping nukes, bro. You're just dropping nuclear supers, bro. Young Smokey, like, the only thing I could say, bro, is, again, bro, I can't thank you enough. I fear that you're on an Apple device, because Apple will take 30% and then YouTube already takes 30%, right? So I know Young Smokey. I don't even know if you do crypto, bro. Young Smokey, I don't know what it is you do. I don't know if you're like a millionaire off crypto. Maybe Young Smokey is like an early investor. Maybe chat. What do you guys think Young Smokey does? Let's dox him real quick, because this guy clearly is well off. This guy clearly he's chilling. You know what I'm saying? But Young Smokey, bro, like it's just sad, because when you guys super chat and you guys like gift memberships and buy memberships, YouTube takes 30%. And if you guys are on an Apple device, Apple takes 30%. So that's 60% just gone, right? So I don't want you guys thinking like, oh, this dude's money hungry. Look at him. He keeps pushing the Cash App. Look at evil.
You are Jewish.
Guys, it's not like that. I know you guys are literally working and earning your money, right? I don't think you guys would necessarily want Apple and YouTube to take 60%. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm trying to like be greedy or anything, because regardless, I love the chat. Regardless, I'm gonna always talk to the chat. I'm gonna always read the messages out. We're always gonna be homies, chat, no matter what, whether you guys super chat or not. But Young Smokey with the hundo, man. He said, holy effing F. Oda blew my mind. All right, Young Smokey, bro. I got to see your theories, bro. Young Smokey, I need to see your theories. I already know what you're referring to, bro. Does it start with an S? Does it start with an S? Because I got a take on it, and I don't know, Young Smokey. You might not like it, bro. I don't know if anyone's going to like my take. I got a take about the whole... Because I don't want to spoil what it is right now, given that some people haven't read the spoilers yet, and they're probably waiting for me to read them. But there's a certain thing, right, in the short summary that starts with an S, and I might be a buzzkill, chat. I don't know. I might be a buzzkill. We'll see. But Yunez, what's good, brother? Sway, what's good, brother? Welcome back. Eric, welcome back, bro. John Smith, welcome back, homie. L, we got the one and only L. We got Stan. We got Jabriel, Dawn of Ascension. We got Rodri. Yo, we got the whole regular squad in here, bro. Ortiz, welcome back. Jay, welcome back. OP Fanatic. We got Javi, Shanks fan. We got the whole gang. We got King J, Lone Sigma. I think I saw Door Handle. Viswa was good. But guys, we'll get started on the look at this, man. You guys see this, bro? Zoom in real quick. Bro. Chat, I think I got infected with the next strain of COVID, bro. You see this? I think I got the next strain of COVID. Best chapter of Elbaf by far. Man, you know what, bro? I'm gonna politely rebuke you, Yunez. You're saying like, oh, it's the best chapter of Elbaf so far, as if Elbaf didn't just start. I don't think Elbaf has been bad. I know that is it Kai? I can never remember. One of our regular guys, one of the usuals. No, it was Zeniris. That's who. You guys see that man Zen, bro. Every time he shows up to the stream, he's just dunking on Elbath. I think Elbath is better than what the community seems to think it is, personally. Personally. Chad, do you guys think that Elbath is overhated right now, like in terms of the community's opinion, or do you think it's like underrated? How do you guys feel about like the community's perspective on the arc? I think the community's overhating the arc, personally. Young Wokey. He said it starts with an S, and another point is about a guy called VP. Yo, Smokey. So did you name yourself like after him? Does VP stand for Vegapunk? Cause I see your name, Young Smokey VP, right? And I always thought like, did this man put VP for Vegapunk? Amuni was good, brother. Eddie, I got a question. Yo, I got an answer, man. Lucas, what's good, bro? Do you like Skibidi? I don't know, man. I'm probably too old for that brain rot. I'm not gonna lie. The whole Skibidi toilet thing, I don't know that stuff. I don't watch streamers. So that's one thing. I don't watch streamers unless it's like a Christian content creator like maybe like David Wood. Even though I think David Wood has garbage takes on Israel. I don't know why he's a complete Israel shill. He's a shill for the Jews. But other than that, David Wood is pretty good. Sam Shamoon is really good. Capturing Christianity, I've been watching more of him. I don't really, I'm gonna be honest, chat. I do not watch One Piece content, dude. Like I've been doing OP for so long because I think like people and like I don't really blame people for not knowing this because like you'd have to be an OG, but like I've been making theories before I even made a channel, so. I just got to a point where it's like, okay, Shanks theory, so his twin brother, evil Shanks. It's like the same thing over and over, and then it's like a Blackbeard theory. Okay, what is it this time? Some kind of creature, deity. It's just chat. I'm just gonna be honest, bro. Like, once you do it for like a long enough time, you just, bro, it's just. I don't know. Like, chat, you guys think of it from the perspective of like your job, right? At first, your job might be cool, but like after some time, it's like, all right, bro. Karu said, ain't no way the arc just started people hating. I don't know, man. I think people expect like Elbaf to start. Boom, Blackbeard shows up. We get an Emu face reveal. We get the Joy Boy face reveal. It's a yo, we know how Oda does his arcs, man. Like Oda always has to like spend the first 20 chapters. Egghead doesn't count, bro. Egghead's an outlier because it was only 60 chapters, but Oda will start the beginning of the arc a bit slowly, like the first 20 chapters is kind of putting the chess pieces on the board. You know, we're learning about the residents of the island, right? We're getting to see the build up to the big bad, you know? And just the fact of the matter is that Oda has been building up Elbaf for literally 1,000 chapters. I don't think it's in his best interest to put like everything out on the table, you know? El said, bro, a VP of a company with all them bands. Wait, he's actually a VP? VP are my initials. It predates Vegapunk creation. One Piece YouTube be taking your ideas. Man, the thing is, bro, if I'm being honest, like for a long time, I just didn't care anymore. You know, it's just like whatever, bro. And like my supporters, like they'll send me like DMs on Twitter or even on Discord, and they'll send me links and they'll be like, "Look, bro, this YouTuber stole your theory." And like I remember there's like one or two or three times people I remember I had to ban a guy on my Discord. Maybe a mod that's watching the stream right now can testify to this. There's a guy, and this has happened multiple times before. They go into my Discord server and they link a video to like someone's theory, and they're like, "Yo, this guy stole Evil's theory. Everyone leave hate comments. Dislike the video. He stole Evil's theory." And I have to like tell the guy, I have to tell people, bro, just whatever, just leave it alone. The thing that bothers me though, and this has happened to me multiple times, where, and this makes no sense. You can see how like stupid this is. I'll put out a theory, right? let's say like I'll just give a random date so you get my point. I put out a theory on January 1st, right? And then maybe a bigger channel puts the theory out January 6th. People will come to me and then say I stole it. It's like yeah, I had the manga kill Sharingan. I had the future sight to know they were gonna make that video. That's the thing that bothers me because it's like, bro, I don't really want to go after people for like stealing my theory. I just think it's ridiculous if like I post it first and then I somehow stole it from them when they posted a second. Like that to me is just stupid. Like that's literally like a mouth breather, like negative IQ kind of take. You know? Other than that, bro, I don't really care anymore, man. It's happened so much, it just I don't see the point of caring. Give you the question. It's about Tiante. He wants to know if you can VC again and do movie nights. Some YouTuber out there finna steal it. Yo, Evil Happy, you're here. Hey, thank you, Jinmark. I called you Yinmarks. Jinmarks, glad to see you here. Kunio, welcome back, King. You shouldn't have stole it then. Hey, you know what, Javi? Technically, Javi, think about it this way, bro. If I, like, let's say I do have future sight, right? I then technically would be stealing the theory because like I knew that they were going to post a theory, right? So I looked into the future, I stole the theory, right? Posted it first. Technically, if I have future say, it's still stealing, right? L says, I be leaving comments in those vids and put, didn't Evil say this? And it gets fully ignored. Yeah, bro, that's how you get blocked from the channel. They get blocked, bro. They're like, oh, I can't let my supporter see this one. Evil is Oda confirmed. He knows it all. I don't know, bro. Think about it. I've missed on quite a few theories, bro. I have not prayed today, Yamuni. I was gonna call you Yamuni. Why am I putting a Y in front of everyone's name? Yin Marks, Yamuni, Yopi Fanatic. Bro punished loyalty. That channel name starts with anime and ends with a word that rhymes with peep. Be doing that, yeah. I mean, come on, people are gonna do anything for those views, bro. Use. It's the use, bro. Chat, the use did 9/11. Lavon affair. Chat, do not Google the Lavon affair. Please, whatever you do, do not Google on Wikipedia Lavon affair. Lavonaffair. Do not Google, do not look on Wikipedia Lavon affair. Whatever you do, do not look that up. Do not look up Lavon affair. Do not look up USS Liberty. Don't believe it. The truth is not real. Don't Google it. It's just a coincidence. I think we all miss sometimes. Oda is impossible to fully predict. My theories mostly stem from flinging stuff at the wall and letting the best part stick. Hey, bro, sometimes, chat, we have to do that, bro. We just have to throw some ideas, just throw some theories at the wall until it sticks. Especially at a time like this. It's like, I don't know, bro. It takes people like Greg that like sit down for 4 years to make a mega theory. Cause it feels like so much has just been done, man. Like, how many Shanks theories are there, bro? How many emu theories are there? Like, how many Blackbeard, Dragon? Oh man. Your theory on Gorsei has been all over YouTube and forums, even internationally. There are even forums where your tweets are cited on the theory of Gorsei. That's cool. Shanks look alike, or maybe the real. Okay, chat. Should we get into the spoilers? Chat, is it time? Is it time? O'Hara stole your Jesus Luffy theory. I missed the prayer. No. You didn't miss the prayer, bro. You did not miss the prayer. Chat. Oh, look at. Yo, my chat is so holy, bro. Chat is holier than thou, man. Look at. We got multiple people in the chat asking about the prayer. Amazing. Chat, if I could bring you guys to Christ, that's all that matters. This One Piece stuff, this like whole life stuff is overrated. Cause chat, life for the past, I'll say for the past year, life and everything within my life has just been truly testing my patience and my perseverance. Sometimes, bro, I don't think I have it in me anymore, bro. Life has just been throwing every problem at me, man. It's like one day it's like a new problem. I just can't catch a break. I got all these issues. I feel like I'm drowning. I'm like 200 feet beneath the surface of water. It feels terrible. And life has been suffering. And like I have to just persevere, chat. You know, the Bible, look at Romans chapter 5 verses 3 through 5. It talks about how, we should be rejoicing in our suffering because that's what builds perseverance. And when you build your perseverance, that's what builds your character, right? And when you build your character, when you grow your character through perseverance, that's how you have hope. And honestly, chat, the only thing I can find hope from at this point is Jesus Christ. There's nothing else, bro. There's no human. There's definitely no friend. Friends will literally turn your back. Friends will literally expose your private DMs out of context. Friends will just abandon you. You cannot depend on humans, bro. Chat, do not even depend on me, bro. Please. Like, if you're going to take anything from me, just take the idea of going to Christ, because that's the only way to God. It's not through Muhammad, right? Pedophile. It's not through these satanic rabbis. Okay, it's not that garbage, chat. It's Christ. That's the only one you could depend on. We are all God's children. See, Eric, we gotta stay strong, bro. No matter how much, look, knock me down 6 times, I get back up 7. You know what they say, God doesn't give people what they can't handle. That's true. That's true. And I think like a lot of the time we also got to remember that like it's just not the time for something, right? We might really need something, we might really want something, but God's just looking at your life. He knows the choices you're going to make, and he's like, "Yo, it's just not the time, you know?" I don't understand what you meant by not through Muhammad. Well, think about it this way, right? Muhammad, right? Muhammad from Islam, right? So, let's think of it like this, right? Muhammad came 600 years, 500 years after Christ, right? But then he said Christ didn't actually say all those things. So I wonder, like, do we trust the manuscripts from the lifetime of the apostles, which was like literally around the lifetime of Jesus? Or do we trust Muhammad, who is 500 years later? I kind of want to lean towards the apostles. Okay, that's one thing. Muhammad was 54 years old when he had the S word with 9-year-old Aisha. I don't know if I'm rocking with that. He says to spread the faith of Islam through the sword. I don't know if I rock with that. He says the best relationship you can have with God or Allah is slave to master. I don't really know if I rock with that, man. Among with many other things. So, you know? Bro, stop yapping. Read the dang chapter. Everything happens on its own time. I used to pray for years and receive my blessings after many years. It's not when you want it. It's all on God's timing. Eric, beautiful advice, bro. Are you guys ready? That is false. Search it up. It's not false. It's in the Quran. I do respect a religion, but as a Muslim, Muhammad is not what you said about him. Hey, listen, you can say that's not true about Muhammad, but it's in the Quran, and your scholars will tell you it's true. Like, that's why I'm just comfortable saying it. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. The scholars will literally tell you Muhammad consummated the marriage with Aisha when she was 9. That's not really a debate, right? Like, if I tell you the sky is blue, you're not going to debate me on that, right? Well, Muhammad consummated a marriage with Aisha when she was 9. Like, if that's like so awful for me to say, I wonder like why me saying that's awful, but him doing that is okay. But anyways, chat. We got some people triggered in here. Hey, listen, I don't ban people when they bash on religion. You guys have seen people come in this chat. Fairy tale books, Sky Daddy. Yes, okay, he did for reasons. Bro, what? Yo. Wait. Being 54. Wait. hold on. I want to leave that topic, but hold on. We talked about how a 54-year-old man had a certain experience with a 9-year-old girl, and you tell me that he did that for reasons? All right. Yo, my Jesus will never. Trust me, don't trust any human. What do you want from me? Wait, what? Trust me, don't trust any human. Hey, listen, just if I say something, go look up the claim. For all you know, I could be lying. TBH, what about Mary and Joseph? When she was 12 or 14, Joseph was about 100. That's not true. We only have a range of Mary's age and Joseph's age. Mary's age, we don't know her age. It's only a range, and it goes up to, I think, 16. And Joseph's range goes down to 18. I think it's like 16 and 18, or like 14 and 18. It's something like that. We literally don't know their age. That's why you can't find it in the Bible. Calling rabbi satanic is funny AF because Judaism doesn't have hell. The Christians added hell when they were trying to absorb Germanic tribes. It's out of our own understanding why many of these things happen. It's a good point. Jay, I don't know, dude. Look, bro, he did nothing wrong. Oh, all right, listen. We're just gonna leave it at that, man. Like, and Javi, bro, I don't see where that's pointed out. We only have a range of her age, and if I'm not mistaken, I'll have to double check. But if I'm not mistaken, her range goes up to like 16, 15, something like that. And then Joseph's age goes down to like 17, 18. We literally do not know how old they were. But like, are we really going to compare like let's say like 16-year-old Mary with 18-year-old Joseph? Or let me be more generous, right? 14-year-old Mary, 18-year-old Joseph, but then 54-year-old Muhammad, 9-year-old Aisha. I don't know, dude. That sounds, to me personally, that's insane. But Aisha at the time was seen as an adult. In the Quran, she literally played with dolls. Can you show me one adult that plays with like Barbies? She was 9. See, I think the thing is like a lot. Look, don't get me wrong, right? I think a lot of Christians don't know their Bible. Like, straight up, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I think a lot of Christians, they straight up do not know their Bible. They don't. And then they try to debate people, and like they try to say things that are not true. Like, a lot of Christians don't know their Bible. But then I think the same thing is true for Muslims. They don't know their Quran. What's beautiful is that I feel cured by my religion, and you are by yours. We are brothers. You Christian, and I am Muslim. Yeah, we're brothers and sisters in humanity. I'm voicing my opinion. If you voice your opinion about let's just say Christianity, right, which people do all the time, I'm not gonna ban you. Chat, test me. Guys, go in the chat and just say whatever you want about Christianity. I'm not gonna ban anybody. As I've always said, this stream is free speech. As long as you're not going off the rails and you're saying like, oh, I'm gonna grape this person. Like, okay, you're taking it too far. Other than that, chat, say whatever you want, bro. God led me to stocks and crypto, but I didn't listen to him and sold. The stocks I sold went up by a good chunk, so you're not wrong that God gives us stuff when we need it. Hey, Jacob, man, I know that feel, bro. Trust me, man. I know that feeling, dude. What do you think about Lot and his daughters in the Bible? I think a lot of times I have a mixture of feelings, right? I think hold on, guys, let's not go too off topic. We didn't even start the spoilers. And Luke, I'm not running away from the question. I promise. You know I'm not. It's just like we got to start these spoilers eventually, right? Look, I'll just say really quickly, I think a lot of times people don't understand that when something happens in the Bible, like the Bible is an historical document. It's telling you like this person was here and this person did that and this person did this, but it's not God approving it and it's not the law. You have to read carefully. Whereas maybe some other religious documents will say like this is the law, right? I think we need to read the context and see what God actually approves of. And even sometimes when something was the law, it was for Israel at that time. You know, it's not for us in the new covenant. So Lot's doing that to whatever. I wouldn't say that God approved of it, right? So like that's like me. Like imagine I wrote a World War II book, right? And then you were like, "Oh, so you're saying those things are okay?" It's like the Bible also will tell you things that have happened. That doesn't necessarily mean God approves of it. It just says that this person did this with this person, you know? No offense, but we Muslims see things in your religion and you see wrong things in ours, but you need to double check about our dear Muhammad's life. Sorry, I love you forever, but see it. Gin marks. I've seen the. I don't want to stay too long on this topic because I know people are here for the spoilers. Okay, I didn't realize that comment was was gonna send us down the religious rabbit hole, but I've seen the Quran verses, right? I've seen the scholars. They defend how he consummated Muhammad consummated her marriage with Aisha when she was 9. That's not a debate, right? And it to me personally, and I'm moving my bias to the side. Let me move my bias to the side. I think it's kind of ridiculous to be like, okay, well, wasn't Mary 14? Well, no, we only had a range of her age, and it was like several years. And wasn't Joseph this age? No, it was a range. But even if you were generous and you looked at like the wider range between Mary and Joseph, it's still not even comparable to what we know about Muhammad and Aisha. It's not Quran, please, it's Hadith. Yeah, but how do you know about Muhammad without the Hadiths? You can't just pick and choose. That's like what New Age spirituality does with the Bible. Like people that are in New Age spirituality, they're like, "Oh, the Bible's corrupted, but I'm gonna pick and choose what I want from that." Christ consciousness, heaven, hell. Not to get off topic. Hey, Vincent, honestly, bro, please pull us off topic, bro, because we're never gonna get into these spoilers. Not to get off topic, I just wanted to wish you a happy late birthday. Sorry I could not make your stream. Bro, Vincent, don't apologize when you have life going on, King. Don't apologize for that, man. Sorry I could not make your stream. Then I had work, but I hope you and your family are healthy and safe. May God be with you. Hey, God bless you, Vincent. Shout out to Vincent. Big Vincent in the chat. My headset is off. Vincent, don't even apologize, bro. You need to take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, bro. All right, guys, listen. As much as I would like to continue the religious topic, we got to get to these spoilers eventually, right? And I hope I was able to answer as many questions as I can or as I could. Who's ready for our prayer now? Who wants to end the religious debate? The religious fury with a prayer. The ancient kingdom is shaped like Little Garden, and Little Garden prefigures Elbaf, so Elbaf has a connection to the ancient kingdom. I mean, chat, yes or no? Would you be surprised if Elbaf was connected to the ancient kingdom? Yes or no? Would that surprise you? I feel like most people would say no, because like we know Elbaf worshiped the sun god, right? They already worship Nika. And then we know that at the end of Elbaf, or why do dude, I am so creditless. I always say Elbaf when I mean to say Egghead. We know that at the end of Egghead, again, I've mentioned this many times, probably other YouTubers too. Dory and Bragi mentioned that when they saw Joy Boy, or at least like ancient giants of Elbaf, when they saw Joy Boy, they compared him to Nika, which means Nika predates Joy Boy. So yeah, it seems to me that it makes a lot of sense that the ancient kingdom would be connected to Elbaf. So do you accept that by the Bible, you sinned when you got a tattoo? I mean, so here's the thing, right? You guys are going to keep pulling me into the religion. Look, guys, let me say something once and for all. Listen. I enjoy the religious conversations. We have this literally like every stream, right? But I want you guys to understand, right? A lot of people are here for the One Piece. We haven't even started the spoilers yet. How long have we been live? Like 30 minutes? if I don't answer these religious questions, it's not because I'm running away from the question. I've answered so many of them. It's just at the same time, we got to talk about One Piece at some point. Chat, how long have we've been live for 32 minutes? We haven't even started the spoilers. Bro, that's a satanic tattoo. To quickly answer your question, I was a sinner. I was already knee deep in sin. I was like nose deep in sin before I found Christ, and I'm still a sinner, and I'm still repenting. And as far as tattoos go, that's in line with the Old Testament. It wasn't reaffirmed through the New Testament. Young Smokey said, God granted me serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change things, and I could change, and the wisdom to know the difference. Beautiful comment from Young Smokey right here, man. Y'all have figured out the master baiting, truly an effing art. Man, dude, chat, this is miserable, bro. It's been 30 minutes. We haven't even started the spoilers. All right, guys, enough. We'll get back to the religious talk. I'm not running away from your questions. If you think I'm running away, then oh well, whatever. Let's get to the spoilers, okay, chat? But before we get into the spoilers, let's do a prayer to whatever God you guys worship, I guess. Let's give a prayer, guys. I wanna pray. Javi, we had the new covenant. The new covenant is the new covenant. We're moving on, right? The old covenant isn't going to reaffirm or push things if it's not in line with the New Testament and the new covenant. I mean, like, that sounds like a circular argument. I just don't know how else to word that. But look, anyways, bro, chat, let's do a quick prayer, guys. Let's pray for each other. Pray for each other's success, health, love, life, families, relationships, regardless if you guys are Christian, Muslim, atheist, agnostic. Chat, I do not care what you believe. I'm going to be praying for you because I love you guys, truly. And I want you guys to find the truth. Antoine, God bless you, bro. Let me get to that in 1 second. I got you, bro. Antoine, by the way, how is it every time you super chat, it's always like evil sus, evil popping his bussy? Like, why is it always like some type of vibe like that, bro? I worship my cat. All right, chat, listen. Let's start our prayer, chat. Let's start our prayer. All right. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. My Lord and Savior, my refuge, my shield, my stronghold, my deliverer, my King, the triune God, the only true God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Thank you for another day of life, Lord. Thank you for giving me food. Thank you for giving me water, shelter, protection, guidance, entertainment, knowledge. Thank you for giving me fulfillment. Thank you for giving me revelations through your word. Thank you for giving me another day of life and the experience of life. Lord, thank you for allowing me to go live today. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to stream today to these beautiful, lovely people, Lord. And more importantly, thank you, Lord, for protecting these people. Thank you for allowing them to show up to the stream. Hopefully I can entertain them, teach them some things, give them a good laugh, whatever it may be, Lord. Please protect every single person watching the stream, Lord. I have no clue what they're going through, Lord, whether it's financial problems, health problems, relationship problems, school problems, whatever it is, problems with their faith. Lord, I ask that you be with them at this time, Lord. You've seen me at the bottom pit. I've went through the most terrible things in life, Lord, and you pulled me out. God, I ask that you help every single person in this stream with whatever issue they're having. Please fill them with the Holy Spirit. Help them find your truth. Help them find the truth and seek you, Lord, because I know that you are the one that we can depend on. You are the one we can lean on. Please help them find you. Give them courage. Help them guide each and every one of their steps. Please protect their family and their friends, Lord. Please guide them with your knowledge and your strength and your might. Please protect them as a shield and a veil from all forms of evil, degeneracy, and filth and attacks. Please do not let any attacks, any weapons formed against them to prosper, Lord. Please protect them. Do everything in your power to make them have happy, fulfilling, healthy lives, Lord. I want to see them make it further in life than me. I want to see them have more financial success than me. I want to see them have more clout if they use it for the right ways than me, Lord. I ask that you help them emotionally more than me. I ask that you help them spiritually more than me. I ask that you please, on my behalf, on my tiny bit of righteousness that I hold, that you please guide them and help them in every single way, Lord. Let my prayer, please, my prayer to them, please go to them today. Please let my prayer go to you, or my prayer to you go to them. Please lift them up and take care of them, because I love them, chat. I love them, Lord. I'm all over the place, but I know you hear me, Lord. I pray that you guide them. I pray that you love them. Continue loving them and protecting them. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. I was all over the place, chat. Skinks. Antoine with the 2. Thank you, bro. 333 was bopping his bussy for... Man, dude. Antoine, bro. I challenge you to drop one super chat that's not like 333 bussy or like 333 sus or something, bro. Thank you, Antoine. Honestly, God bless you for the super chat. Thank you. But like, bro... Young Smokey with the 50 bomb, dude. Young Smokey came through, dropped a hundo, dropped a 50. Guys, I think these drones in the air, I think they're made by Smokey. I think Smokey made those drones. You guys heard about the drones in New Jersey? Young Smokey drones. And he's using these drones right now to drop bombs, bro. Dropping bombs into the chat. He said, guys, I'm gonna drop a super chat. Y'all reply to it for your religious questions, comments, or debates. Let's move on to One Piece. Reply all religion stuff here, and Evil can see it in one place. You guys see that? If you guys have any religious questions, you guys should be able to reply to Young Smokey's super chat. You guys see that? Young Smokey has a $50 super chat. Again, he said, guys, I'm gonna drop a super chat. Y'all reply to it for your religious questions, comments, or debates. Let's move on to One Piece. Reply all religion stuff here, and Evil can see it in one place. All right, chat? Thank you, Young Smokey, of course, by the way, bro. Thank you so much, man. Evil, you don't have that feature on YouTube. You need it. What feature? What feature are you talking about? I don't have that feature on YouTube. What feature? Where is the Epstein list? Dude, you know, I said this before. Let Elon and Trump scrub their names out of it, then they'll put it out. To reply to donation comments? Bro, what? You have to enable that? It's not just on by default? I thought that was like an update to YouTube or something. I have to go and enable that? That's so stupid. All right, someone remind me on Discord when I end the stream to go enable that. That is... Why didn't they just turn that on? Young Smokey, I am sorry, dude. If I knew I had to turn that on manually, I would have did that. Smokey said, I think about replying to super chats, Evil, but LOL, that's why I said ignore me. Oh, you said that after, huh? Let me see. Oh, yeah, you did say that. That's so dumb. Why isn't it just on by default? Emu said, I have never seen any OP YouTuber getting more hate than Mr. Morge. What's he getting hate for now? I don't keep up with the One Piece stuff. Is he getting more hate than the raid will fail? Why do you get hate anyways? Like, what did he say? Like, he gave his opinion and people were like, oh, you're terrible. You're creditless. Because that's like what it really boils down to, right? You give your opinion about something in a Japanese comic book and people are like angry. It can't be people that are actually angry. It has to be people like trolling, right? I don't think people are actually angry because could you honestly be angry that some random guy you don't know says something you disagree with in a Japanese comic? These people, they got to be trolling. They got to be joking, because if they're actually angry, I don't know, man. No hate, but I'm not a fan of Morge just because I don't vibe with him. If One Piece characters got YouTube, who do you think will be starting a YouTube channel, and what kind of channel? Dude, Robin would probably have Robin would have okay, Zoro probably wouldn't even bother doing a channel. Robin would make one for theories, and since she's a girl on top of that, she would just get millions of subs right away. People can't accept the fact that their opinions aren't always reality. Yeah, but like the thing is, what makes it worse, Stan, is like it's manga, dude. It's manga. Like, is it, bro? Is it really that deep? Like, maybe you'll see somebody, like maybe somebody will say like, "Oh, Sanji neg div Zoro," and you're like creditless skull emoji. But like going beyond that, it just, I don't know. That just seems ridiculous. The sports channel. Luffy would do like speed. Oh no, I show speed. Oh god, no. Yeah, he was talking about fake deaths can slash is Oda's weakness, which is pretty harmless observation. People were getting all pissed over it. I don't know, man. I feel like there's too much going on in the world to like be angry about One Piece ideas and opinions. What was the context behind the video? You want to be squeezed by Morley's thighs, bro? That video where I'm talking about being squeezed by thighs, that's not real. It's AI. Okay? Do you understand? The video of me saying that I wish I could be squeezed with thick thighs is AI. All right, guys, time to get on the spoilers, man. You got chat. We've wasted 45 minutes yapping, man. Guys, it's time to get on to these spoilers. One Piece chapter 1134, the Owl Library. Chat, you guys like my deep, scary horror movie voice? The Owl Library. Point number 1. Luffy thanks Saul for saving Robin's life. Honestly, man, look, bro. Chat, it's getting to the point where if the short summary has bullet points like this, it's just, why couldn't you put something better, you know? Like you're Scotch Informer, right? Scotch Informer. You're supposed to be giving us the leaks, the spoilers as fresh as possible, like steaming hot spoilers. But then the spoilers you serve us is that Luffy is thanking Saul. Like, you guys see where I'm coming from? It's like, yeah, thanks, but like that's one of the spoilers. Like, I would rather them put some good, strong points in the short summary. You know? Maybe it's a short chapter. Please, no, man. Bro, look at how many breaks we've gotten in the past 3 months, bro. 2-week break, chapter, break, chapter, break, chapter, 2-week break, chapter, break, chapter. Dude, the past 3-4 months in One Piece, bro, chat, we've been cooked, bro. We've been down bad. And you know what? It's probably going to get even worse because in like around New Year's, the beginning of the year, early January, or I guess the whole month of January, I know that there's breaks coming up. So that means like 4 or 5 months consecutive, just like breaks everywhere, man. Lone Sigma said, I think there might be a break this chapter. It says no break here. All right, guys, let's continue. Point number 2. Point number 2. Lilith brings her stuff. Turns out she has a clone of Vegapunk Stella. She has plans to do on Elbaf. Guys, let's rate point by point. What do we rate this point, guys? 1 to 10. What do we rate this point? Lilith brings her stuff. Turns out she has a clone of Vegapunk Stella. She has plans to do on Elbaf. Wait. Does this ruin Stella's death? And as far as Lilith having plans to do on Elbaf, I'm not gonna give myself flowers because one, that's egotistical. But for two, I think a lot of us have been saying that Lilith is gonna do work on Elbaf, right? Chat, not just myself, us, right? We. How long have we been saying that Lilith is gonna do work on Elbaf and possibly make Egghead 2.0 on Elbaf? How long have we been saying that? 15 chapters now? But guys, I don't know, man. This is rubbing me the wrong way. Pause. Stella clone. Guys, does this ruin Stella's death? So Stella didn't die then. Bro, just a unasked suggestion. You should do streams every 2 to 3 days if you have got time, like meme reaction streams or stuff like that. Chill and chat and yap. Maybe we could, but like the thing is, I would have to probably do that on a different platform, like a different YouTube channel or on Twitter or Rumble or Kick, because people subscribe to this channel for One Piece as well as my personality, but like they're only willing to go so far with that, you know. At the end of the day, people mainly want it to be One Piece attached to my personality. So if we did streams that like for an example, right? How many One Piece memes could we go through before it's just not funny anymore? And if we talk about religion, I don't know. Honestly, chat, we got to start doing some extra streams on like Rumble and Kick, because then I could say some stuff that I want to say that YouTube would just straight up like, they'll punish my channel. Let me just put it that way. There's certain things like every stream I want to say, but YouTube will literally like, not a copyright strike, what do they, a community warning or whatever. All right, anyways, we're getting off topic again. Vol, I'm gonna call you Volcirk. Stella can't die. Really, Vegapunk isn't alive in a traditional sense, but it's a clone though. So how is it not him alive? What's good, world boss? What's good, Eli? Zoro. Wait, is there a point about Zoro in here? All right, guys, how about this? 1 for yes, 1 for yes, 2 for no. Did Vegapunk Stella just pretty much not die at the end of the day? Yes or no? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Did Vegapunk Stella pretty much just not die? Because apparently there's a clone. It's a clone. Nothing happened. Yo, Eric. Nice. Hey, Eric, you know what? I think in terms of the chat, if we have like a laugh ratio, you guys know like on like COD or like Overwatch or Marvel Rivals, which by the way, guys, add me on Marvel Rivals. You guys know how you have like a KDR, like a kill death ratio? If we had like a laugh, I don't know what you would even call it, like a laugh silence ratio, I think Eric Hernandez will be pretty high. Eric, I've noticed, bro, you make me laugh a lot. I don't know if it's because you're trying to make me laugh or we just have the same humor. My boy Axe, bro. We got Big Axe. Charlotte D. Water. Wiper. Figureland Axe. Not the actual one, but the clone. Okay, bro, if you want to say that, then what is a clone then? You guys, are you guys noticing that in like the clone conversation? Because people want to act like someone's a clone, but then when you talk about how they're a clone, they're like, no, actually, no, they're not a clone anymore. Like, bro, you're either a clone or you're not, right? Especially like in this context, right? A clone of Stella. Saint Eddie Dear Charlos, 13 months. Dude, I am literally going to... I love Morley's thick thighs. That video was me. I don't care that you have given me your money for over a year now. Mods. I need every single mod I need you to ban Saint Eddie Dear Charlos right now. What do you mean based and red pilled? That is not based and red pill. Chat, is this based and red pilled? He even has a Saint Charlos picture. Is that me? Bro. Bro. Mods, get him out of here now. I want him to lose it. I want him eradicated. Turn his house into a parking lot. A clone is an exact replica of the person? Yeah, so then it's like, okay, if there was a Stella clone, is that not just Stella then? Did he just not die? He's giving you money, keep him? Nah, dude, eradicate him, bro. Oh, by the way, guys, I saw this for the first time today. I forgot to ask. I should have asked sooner before, you know, Smokey dropped those nukes. Guys, apparently there's a new button on the YouTube chat for a goal. Pick a goal. So I could choose a goal of like 1 super chat, 5, 10, 15, like a certain amount of super chats. And then it says choose the super chat colors that count. So I guess like you have to get like a certain amount. You have to like super chat for a certain amount of money, and then that counts towards the 10. You guys want to try this? We could do 5 super chats that are worth at least $5, and then we could have a 30-minute timer. Yeah, let's do a 30-minute timer, and then it says share how you'll celebrate. Here, I will admit that Saint Charlos is my favorite character. There we go, guys. Now I'm raising this actually. There. If you guys super chat 10 times, at least $5 each, I will admit that Saint Charlos is my favorite character. Let me start the goal. There we go. All right, next point, guys. Next point. Owl Library is the library where normal book sizes get enlarged. Dude, are you... Bro. It's literally been 10 seconds. 10 seconds and he's already trying to... Bro.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass.
Young Smokey, you piece of work. Saint Eddie G Charlos with the 5. Thank you, bro. Take my money. Young Smokey with the 5. Eddie D Charlos. Young Smokey with the 20. Smokey, stop. Stop. It only says we have 1. Why does it only say we have 1? Oh, that's because Young Smokey did $4.99. I didn't know it would have to be... Bro, apparently it has to be 5 exactly or higher. That's stupid. So if you do $4.99, it doesn't count. I didn't know that. Chat, I didn't know that. This is the first time I saw the goal. But I don't want you guys to do this anyways, please. L with the 5. Admit your Charlos already. I'm not. Thank you, young L. God bless you, but I'm not admitting it. You too, Smokey. Thank you for the 20 bomb and the 5. God bless you both. As well as Saint Eddie D Charlos. Guys, rate this point. The Owl Library is the library where normal book sizes get enlarged so giants can read. Everyone rate this point. Bro, stop. Stop, bro. Young Smokey with another 20. Eddie D Gorisay. God bless you. Thank you, man. John Smith with the 9 months. We still in here. Yo, we in here like swimwear, bro. We in here like swimwear. Young Smokey, can you not drop these consecutive nuclear bombs on my house? Please, dude. And Lucas is saying Eddie D. Orochi. Lucas, you're about to lose your wrench. You're about to lose mod. Let me see one more Orochi comparison. You're out of here. Guys, I need more ratings. How do we feel about this? Owl Library is where normal book sizes get enlarged so giants can read. Chat, can't we say that this was foreshadowed earlier in the arc? Didn't we see earlier in Elbaf that they had the room where Road stayed, where everything was larger? So this was foreshadowed. This is like a slight foreshadow. Hold on, I'm not gonna. You guys are not seeing my Viz.com login, bro. Hold on, let me log into Viz. I don't trust a single soul in this chat. Guys, what chapter was it when they saw the big toys? Apparently, it wasn't 1131. Was it 1128? Bro, I literally just logged in. See, chat? Viz is logging me out. One, because I'm Mexican, and two, because I'm a Zoro fan. If I was a Sanji fan, maybe it would give me more leeway. Okay, so you guys remember, right? Bro, it was... No, yeah, it was 1128. Remember this? Where everything was large? Look, you can see back in chapter 1128, there was already huge, gigantic books for the giants. So this point was basically foreshadowed already. This point was foreshadowed. It was foreshadowed. See, Oda already foreskinned this. Back in chapter 1128, we see, like, Rhodes' living room or whatever. Rhodes' diorama. The toys there are big. The Legos there are big. The desk is... Bro, chat, this is literally like... Who here played Kingdom Hearts 1? Who here is based and has played Kingdom Hearts 1? You guys remember the Alice in Wonderland world? Alice in Wonderland, or there's the big table? Come on, you know what I'm talking about, the big table? See, Jin Marks, you're based, bro. In Kingdom Hearts 1, bro, you're in the Alice in Wonderland level. Smith said, "What is Kingdom Hearts?" Bro, get out of this chat, dude. Noah, we love you. Evil glitched out. Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite. Man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I only played like the first 20 minutes of Kingdom Hearts 2. Do the Frankie pose as a celebration? Yo, John Smith, we did that like forever ago. Literally probably like a year and a half ago. Evil D Rapper. Pin my comment? What comment? The room was big. Yeah, so that's what I think. That's what this reminds me of. All right, guys, next point. The scene goes to the underworld where Loki is chatting with someone named Mosa. Comment down below, guys. I need your ratings. Comment down below. Every time we read a point, rate it 1 to 10. What do you guys rate this point? The scene goes to the underworld where Loki is chatting with someone named Mosa. Now, guys, as far as I know, Norse mythology, Viking culture, all that type of stuff, they don't have anyone named Mosa. The only thing that I could possibly relate it to is two things, and I think both are unlikely. The first one is that Mosa relates to moss in Scandinavian languages. So maybe this person has something to do with moss, grass, shrubs, trees, stuff like that. The second option is that Mosa would be related to Moses. But I don't know. That one right there, chat, I don't know. That one might be a little reach right there. That might be a reach. So, guys, if you have any theories on what Mosa is, let me know, because I have no clue. There is, as far as I know, there is no Mosa in Norse mythology and like Norse culture and stuff like that. Young Smokey with the 10 chicken tendies. The 10 rocks, bro. The 10 vapes, bro. 10 iPhones, man. The 10 microphones. God bless you, Young Smokey. You're amazing, Young Smokey. Young Smokey, I would give you a, what do they call it in the Bible? A holy kiss? Young Smokey, I'd give you a holy kiss, bro. Frankie voice actor Kazuki Yao retired. Frankie needs some love. Also, the color spread title is a Frankie tribute. Is it? Yo, Oda's gonna give us some Frankie love, man. Hey, Eli, your Frankie stocks are going up. Eli, I know you're a Robin enjoyer, but aren't you a Frankie enjoyer too, Eli? Thank you for the super. And Young Smokey again. Yo, Young, bro, how many super chats is that today? Bro. Young guys, Young Smokey's just on his, he's on his generational run right now. He's like, I'm not typing in the chat unless it's a super chat. Thank you, Young Smokey. God bless you, man. Young Smokey said also, Mosa could be referring to the ninja from Strong World. Wait, there's a One Piece character named Mosa? Wait. You might be onto something. One Piece Mosa. Mosa could be referring to the ninja from Strong World. Also, doesn't Mosa mean grow in Japanese? Remember the ninja from Strong World? Dude, hey, Young Smokey, bro. I fell asleep to all the movies, man. I'm not gonna lie. I fell asleep. I tried to watch the movie with Bullet. I don't know which one that was. You guys do? I don't. Whichever movie had Bullet, I literally fell asleep. I think I was in VC. I think I was in like Discord VC trying to watch the One Piece movie with Bullet, and I fell asleep. I tried to watch the one with Shiki. I fell asleep. Bro, those are some snoozers, man. Chat, I'm putting you guys on. Bro, I'm giving you guys sauce right now. I'm giving you guys game right now. If you guys are struggling to sleep, like it's 2 a.m., it's 3 a.m., you guys got to be up at 8 a.m. If you guys are struggling to sleep, put on a One Piece movie, bro. That will solve all your problems. But, Smokey, apparently there's a non-canon paramecia type devil fruit called the Mosa no Mi, which is the grow fruit. So Mosa means grow. And Loki is talking to a person, or a person named Grow. And also, Smokey in chat, listen, I need you guys to pay attention, okay? Guys, stop typing for a second. Stop typing for a second. Because I don't want to see anybody complaining. Okay? Just because the spoilers say that the character's name is Mosa doesn't mean that's 100% accurate. It's just like with the chapter title. We have seen before that the spoilers have said, there's a character named this, and the translation is wrong. The chapter is named this, and the chapter title is wrong. Take it with a grain of salt, okay? Because I don't want to see somebody when the chapter comes out and they're like, bro, the leakers are creditless, man. They said it was Mosa, bro. They clickbaited, bro. Hey, I'm warning you now, man. You with the spoilers, bro, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Bullet movie is Stampede. And you know what? Actually, before I forget, I'm going to show you guys how Read-On baited, bro. Read-On baited the entire One Piece community. Let me show you guys how Read-On baited with the hints, bro. Andy Paul. Oh, no, that's Shanks. Shanks. Look, guys. This man Read-On. Scum, bro. Guys, don't buy any more Read-On stocks, bro. Look, this man Read-On posted this hint, right? Who do you guys think of? In one word, give me a One Piece character that you think of when you see this, chat. When you see this Read-On hint right here, when you see this Read-On gif, what character does this make you think of? Who do you think this is, chat? Because I'm going to tell you who everyone thought this was. No, not Dragon. Bro, is no one going to say it? Oh my gosh, no one's going to say it. Nah, you guys are saying Shanks because of the spoilers, bro. Guys, put the spoilers to the side real quick. When you see this gif, who does this make you think? Thank you, Guts. It makes you think of Emu. I had people DMing me that this chapter was going to have the Emu reveal before the short summary because of this gif. And then look at the next gif he posts. Look. He posted this, and then he followed it up with this. And everyone's like, okay, Emu, right? Look. The hood, right? And then this. And people were DMing me. They're like, someone DMs me and he's like, bro, I told you, man. Told you. Emu's face reveal. I called it 6 years ago. Something like that. And it turns out it was Shanks. Or at least wannabe Shanks. We'll get to that point. Moza could be the Valkyrie from Read On Hint. Wait, what Valkyrie? He posted a hint of a Valkyrie? Why is Read On reposting Trump? Trump says he wants to privatize USPS because it's unprofitable. Reminder that the post office isn't a for-profit enterprise. It's a public service. Yo, doesn't Read On live in Japan? Yo, Read On, why do you care about the US, bro? You're in Japan. I guess the US has its tentacles and everything like Israel. Guys, where is the Valkyrie hint? I don't see a Valkyrie hint. Chat, you're clickbaiting me. This? Is this the Valkyrie hint? His evil twin brother? Emu doesn't have a hood though? Hey, we could argue Emu has a hood, man. Hey, Emu's probably from the hood, man. Hey, you could take Joy Boy out the D, but you can't take the D out of Joy Boy. Wait, hey, yo, pause, bro. Pause. I meant D-Clan, bro. I meant D-Clan. In the Ancient Kingdom, bro. Look at Read On using Marvel gifts. Bro, it's just like, I've been telling you, bro, you know I've been saying for months now. Like, guys, just stop caring about Read On hints. They're so pointless. Just wait for the leaks. Like, wait for the short summary. Read On hints are just pointless, dude. They never amount to anything. Like, there will probably never be a scenario where you see a hint and then you got it right. It's so pointless. Bro, I don't even watch the hints. They're garbage. Exactly. And it's, you know what? It's not even being pessimistic. Like, once you've been following Read On hints for like a year or longer, you realize, like, wait, this is garbage. It's only the people that like have just started paying attention to the hints, like maybe like 2-3 months, that are like, no, bro, give it a chance. Once you reach like the 1 year mark, you realize, like, dude, it's a waste. Diddy is in jail or not? No, I think no, he is in jail. Diddy's in Rikers Island, isn't he? That's what he gets for being a diddler. You know they say in the Bible, man. And if so anyone was to harm the little ones, it would be better for him to have a millstone wrapped around his neck and be dropped into the ocean. The hints are just a way for people to engage so they get money through Twitter. Exactly. Simon, God bless you, bro. That is exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. And that's why, like the big leakers on Twitter, they synchronize and they have like private groups where they drop the spoilers at the same time so that they can make as much money as possible. They basically monetize spoilers. They'll make sacrifices on behalf of the community if they can earn more money. Bro, farming likes. Maybe there's fairies at the heaven realm. Bro, that'd be sick, man. I want to see some more fairies. Because think about Dressrosa, right? We could talk about the Tentata. Oh, like, those are fairies. But it's like, are they fairies? Maybe the Tentata from Dressrosa are like a precursor to actual fairies in Elbath. Yo, L, I really like that take, bro. Shout out to the boy L, man. I like that take. Guys, 1 in chat for I like it, 2 in chat if you dislike it. Fairies in Elbath. 1 for yes, I like it, 2 for I dislike it. And if you're gay, put 2. L with the 5, thank you, bro. He said, where do Tentatas originate from? You think it could be Elbath? Well, I think to answer the question of where Tentatas originate from, we have to look towards people like Dawn of Ascension. Because if we follow Dawn of Ascension's bloodline, if we look at her lineage factor, I think we could trace back to see the origin of Tentatas. And I think that's a great way to make a theory, because then you're actually building on evidence, you know? Same thing for you, L. That, because that's a great question. If there's Tontatas in Dressrosa, if there are dwarves and midgets and Tontatas in Dressrosa, and we want to figure out where they come from, we got to look at the evidence. So we got to pull up L's bloodline, chat. We got to look up L's bloodline. We got to pull up his lineage factor, and then maybe we could figure out the origin of Tontatas in One Piece. Thank you for the super, L. I cannot confirm nor deny. Eli. Dwarves, anything in heaven realm, probably angel slash alien slash light elf. Is Dawn of Ascension your girlfriend? Yes. Blackbeard would run away if he saw a tooth fairy. That is so stupid, bro. That is such a dumb joke that, like, it's funny. Valkyrie are warriors. Yeah, isn't a Valkyrie just like a female Viking? All right, guys, next point. Scene changes to Heaven World. Highest branch of Elbaf in a castle. Guys, rate this point 1 to 10. The scene changes to the Heaven World. Highest branch of Elbaf in a castle. Yo, this is going to parallel. I bet you this is going to parallel to how in early Skypiea they showed us, you remember where Enel lived in Skypiea, and he was like laying down. Remember his introduction? He's like laying down. He has his head on his fist like that. Watch, bro. It's, you guys know, we've been talking about earlier, like months ago at this point, how the Elbaf arc is going to have a lot of parallels with Skypiea, and we've already seen them. So the Heaven World, I think there's going to be a lot of correlations with Skypiea and Enel. We got Wong Woki with the 10. God bless you, bro. Another 10. Bro, I didn't even get to read the first one. Thank you, man. He said, I believe at some point the islands drifted apart and they migrated to Dressrosa. What if at one point Dressrosa was drifting near Elbaf, continental divide or shift? So then that would explain why Elbaf would have Tontatas or elves and Dressrosa has elves. Actually, I think I read somewhere recently that it said that the Tontatas long ago migrated to Dressrosa. Like the Tontatas didn't originate on Dressrosa, they originated elsewhere. But I don't remember if we know where they originated from. Chat, does anyone know what country or island they originated from? Because I think, just go on the wiki. I think it said, like, they migrated to Dressrosa. And Young Smokey with another 10. Thank you, bro. Valkyries are the ones who are in charge of guiding dead soldiers who died in battle to Valhalla. They are also elite guards of Odin. So guys, 1 for yes, 2 for no. Actually, listen, all you guys, we got a lot of regular viewers in here. I'm not gonna give the rules anymore, guys. If I ask a yes or no question, you guys know the yes or no questions is decided by yes being 1 and 2 being no. And you guys know if I say salute, that's 07, right? Guys, yes or no? Do we like the idea of Valkyries in Elbaf? Over 900 years ago, the dwarves set out to sea to search or in search of resources. The Don Quixote family proposed a treaty in which they would provide shelter and resources in exchange for manual labor. As Gancho puts it, this was the darkest period of the Tontata tribe. Yeah, so we don't know where they came from technically. Look, over 900 years ago, the dwarves set out to sea in search of resources. So they left their origin and made it to Dressrosa. So the question is, where did they come from? Did they come from Elbaf? Did they come from the ancient kingdom? Did they come from the ancient kingdom? Yeah, I definitely agree. If Oda's gonna go hard with the Norse culture, the Norse mythology, the Viking culture in Elbaf, it makes most sense that Oda would incorporate Vikings and Valkyries, right? Because think about it, way before Elbaf as an arc even started, we saw glimpses of Elbaf through Big Mom's flashback. We saw Shanks's ship. We know that Oda is going heavy into the Norse culture and the Norse mythology into this arc. So it would be strange to me if there weren't Valkyries in this arc. And you guys know what Oda's gonna do, man. When Oda starts putting in the Valkyries into Elbaf, you guys know he's gonna give them big melons. There's gonna be cleavage. There's gonna be a bunch of Namis running around. There's gonna be a bunch of muscular Namis all around Elbaf. And people like Eli, people like Smokey are gonna be like salivating. Tentatas maybe from Redline and once made it green. The emerald. Wait, what? What's good, Will of Dreams? Tentatas maybe from Redline and once made it green. The Emerald City. Wait. Could you reword that, Dreams? If the Tentatas were from the Red Line, are you talking about the same part of the Red Line as the Lunarians, or like a different part of the Red Line? Because that would mean that the Lunarians lived alongside midgets, and we know that the I shouldn't say that word. People are gonna get butthurt. We know that the Lunarians were like, Lunarians are really big, right? Lunarians aren't really considered giants, but they're taller than average humans. So that means the Lunarians, really tall people, lived among really small people. And maybe that's a theme Oda could have went for, or Oda could go for. Muscle mummies. I'm interested in that one female god knight who was beside Garling. Wait, who? What chapter? Was it 1059? No, that was not 1059. What chapter was Garling, guys? 1065? I'm literally just throwing random chapter numbers out. Want to see Robin's training giant form. I'm sure you want to be stomped out by barefoot giant Robin. NL is actually an elf. Yeah. NL is actually an elf. And he was exiled because he tried to take over Heaven World. And he comes back for revenge. Yo, guys, are we rocking with that theory? NL is an elf? Yes or no? NL is an elf. FL. NL. Enfel. FL. 1096? Let me pull up 1096 to see who he's talking about. He said some female girl next to Garling. Who was it that said that? Who was it in chat that just said that? It was Guts. I'm interested in that one female god knight who is besides Garling. She looks sick. Let me see. I have no clue who you're talking about, dude. Are you talking about the one with the helmet? Are you talking about this girl with the tongue? Guts, are you talking about him? Or her, I mean? She gotta be an old lady by now? Yeah, that's true. She's probably an old lady. Because this was 40 years ago, right? She looks like that one Vice Admiral. Are you talking about her, doll? No, she doesn't. Or are you talking about someone else? Who are you talking about, Guts? Are you talking about this girl in the corner? No, the one next to Garling? The panel next to Roger's panel? Wait, Roger's panel? Roger wasn't even in this chapter. Wait, what are you talking about? When Garland commands the God Knights? That was towards the beginning, right? The very beginning. You're talking about this, right? At the beginning? What page? What page? Oh, no. Did you guys reach the goal? Oh, no. You guys have 2 minutes to reach the super chat goal. Please, no one do it. Do God Knights have partners like the Baroque Work agents? Yo, thank you, L, with the 5, bro. Thank you. See, my thing is, I think Garling, even though he was promoted to Gorosei, I think he's probably gonna remain as the leader of the God Knights, the commander. Because I think it would be kind of weird that Oda introduced him as the leader and then took him out immediately and made him a Gorosei. I think he's gonna remain as like the supreme commander of the Holy Knights. So he would be like Crocodile of Baroque Works. So like the Holy Knights is Baroque Works, Crocodile is Garling, and then it's probably Ranks. That'd be cool. And apparently, guys, we hit our goal. Guys, we hit the goal of 10 super chats, 5 super chats, or $5 super chats. And the goal was that I would admit that St. Charlos is my favorite character. I have come to the realization I'm here today on December 17th, 12:21 p.m. EST. I'm here to admit that out of every One Piece character through the movies, live action anime manga, spin-offs, filler episodes, my one singular favorite character above all of them that I can most relate to and resonate with is St. Charlos. End of discussion. You happy? I hate all of you. I hate this entire chat. More specifically, everyone that super chatted. You are terrible people. Thank you, Saint Eddie D. Charlos. Whoever that is, you're despicable. And Young Smokey with another 10, bro. God bless you, man. Thank you. He said he is truly Eddie D. Charlos Weevil Morley the Third. Eddie D. Charlos Weevil Morley the Third. Yo, that is literally a Mexican name. You guys know how Mexicans have like 8 names, bro. Juan Martinez Sanchez Gonzalez. He is truly Eddie D. Charlos Weevil Morley the Third. All right, man. I've finally admitted it, man. Chat, it only took 10 super chats. I finally see the light. St. Charlos is the best character. That sounds like a final boss, if you ask me. Page 10, the girl next to Garling. Hold on, let me see. The girl next to Garling. Her? Oh, yeah, you're right. That does kind of give doll vibes. It gives me like Boa vibes. Guys, are we going to see this lady? She's going to be old, bro. Guts, I got some bad news, bro. This is going to be an old lady by the time... If she is still a Holy Knight, she is going to be old, bro. She's going to be a granny. Wait, hold on. I got a question. If, let's say that the Holy Knights in God Valley are still Holy Knights, how does that work? They get someone young and they're a Holy Knight until they die or they become old, and then they're removed and replaced by someone young? Is that, like, you would have to spend your whole life being a Holy Knight? Is that how it would work? Like, they have young Holy Knights, and when the Holy Knights are either very old or die, they get replaced by another young person. Is that how it would work? Is that the cycle? Holy Knights might be immortal. Chat, are Holy Knights immortal? Are Holy Knights immortal, yes or no? It gives me thigh crushing vibes. Do another one where you admit you look like Morley? Hell no, bro. If I did one where I admit I look like Morley, I'm gonna make that goal so high it won't even be worth it. Young Smokey just going bonkers, bro. Another 20. What if the whole... God bless you, man. Thank you, Young Smokey. What if the Holy Knights outside the Supreme Commander don't age? They have a part of Inu's power. I can connect it to a later spoiler. Remind me later. All right, well, we're going to continue with the spoilers right here in a second. But, Young Smokey, my question is, you said, what if the Holy Knights outside the Supreme Commander don't age? My question is, like, if you could make certain people not age, thus making them immortal by age, immortal by natural causes, why would you make the lower tier Holy Knights immortal, but not the Supreme Commander? You know? Like, I feel like if they were going to make Holy Knights immortal, they would want to do that to the Supreme Commander because he's the one running the show, right? Or did you type it wrong, or am I misunderstanding? You get what I'm saying, Young Smokey? Like, wouldn't there be more of an argument to say, nah, we're gonna make the Supreme Commander of the Holy Knights immortal because he's the one running it. He's the most important one, you know? It seems weird that they would be like, nah, not the Supreme Commander, not the important one, the other ones, the lower tier ones. You get what I'm saying? But Young Smokey, thank you so much for the 20, man. Let's continue, guys. Let's continue. Next point of the spoilers. Next point of the spoiler. Spoiler. Joanna was good. Hello, Evil. Hello, chat. Late to the stream. Was busy cooking, literally. But I see that y'all are cooking something here as well. Hey, most of the cooking is coming from Guts and Smokey. And a little bit of Johan. Johan's been under the radar today. You guys know Johan's usually like... Johan's usually like throwing theories. He's just... Brrr. He's like a machine gun. He's like an MP5 with the theories. But I think today... Johan is kind of staying under the radar. He might be in the back cooking something, man. Johan might be in the corner, bro, doing something, bro. We need to watch out for Johan, guys. All right, next point, guys. Rate this point 1 out of 10. Suddenly, magic circle appears. 2 persons coming out of the circle. What do we rate this point, guys? Suddenly, the magic circle appears. The Star of David, the Star of Remphan appears. 2 people come out of the circle. Guys, I have several things I want to say about this point. First thing, is this, and you guys can let me know, yes or no, is this magic circle on Elbaf? Are we assuming through the spoilers that the magic circle is on Elbaf? Or are the leakers, you know, their English isn't perfect, are they saying, oh, the magic circle appears in the chapter? Like we see the circle in the chapter. Because I think this is tricky. Are we gonna assume that the magic circle is in Elbaf? Or are they saying that it's appearing this chapter? Because if what they're saying is that it appears this chapter, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. Knowing how the leakers are, and I'm not trying to bash them, but knowing how the leakers are, bro, like, come on, chat. I wouldn't put it past them. So what do you guys think? It's on Elbaf? Yes or no? Guys, I need more answers. Come on, you guys are watching the stream. Make sure you guys like the stream. Like the stream so we could grow the community and grow the channel, bring more people to Christ, bring more people to the peak One Piece content. Like the stream, guys, and stop being lazy. Comment down below. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Is this magic circle on Elbaf? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Because for all we know, this magic circle could be appearing in the chapter. Guys, we're gonna be seeing the Star of Remphan again, man. We're gonna be seeing it. I guess we're seeing it this chapter, bro. Guys, I think Oda's trying to tell us something, man. Oda's trying to tell us something, guys. We saw it multiple times last arc. We saw the Star of Remphan last arc. The Star of Satan. The Star of David. We saw it multiple times last arc. And he's bringing it back. Hey, could they even get it there if they are not affiliated with the world government? What was stopping them from pulling up on Wano? Maybe because they didn't want to jump into a fight with like 2 Yonko or the potential Yonko. So they were like, you know what? We can't do nothing in Wano. Let's just throw some trash. Let's throw some trash in Wano. So they threw some CP0, you know? 2 people come out of the circle. One of them is alike Shanks. Okay, well, we might as well read the last point. One of them is similar to Shanks, same as chapter 907, end of break. Guys, rate that point One of them looks like Shanks, similar to 907. Guys, do we assume that it's the Holy Knights, or do we not want to jump to that conclusion? Do we want to assume that it's Holy Knights, or do we not want to jump to that conclusion, guys? And Young Smokey, so here's my thing, right? I said earlier this stream that I was gonna be the bearer of bad news, that I was gonna be a buzzkill. Okay? Now is that time, Young Smokey. I'm about to be a buzzkill. Listen. In the spoilers, when it says that one of the people that comes out of the circle is similar to Shanks, it's probably going to be the silhouette. Because if it wasn't a silhouette, it would be very tricky to compare a person we could see to the silhouette. So what we're getting this chapter is another silhouette. You see how Oda likes to blue ball? And I think recently Oda said in an SBS, maybe it wasn't recently, but it might have been recently. Chat, you guys can fact check this. Oda said, in an SBS that he enjoys drawing silhouettes because he likes to keep the mystery. Oda enjoys blue balling us, guys. There's one page I could not for the life of me find a blonde looking Shanks in a color spread. Oh, I think, are you talking about the one with Zoro? Where people think it's Zoro's dad or whatever? Zoro's uncle? Are you talking about that cover page? Or are you talking about the one with Crocus? And the same silhouette in 1121. Wait, is this 1121? Karu, is this Holy Knight silhouette the one from 1121? Shanks mentioned is a 1 out of 10. The Demon Circle's a 10 out of 10. Facts, but according to Read On, we do see faces. I don't trust Read On, dude. You can't even really say according to Read On, because the hints, first of all, they're trash, and second of all, the hints are just so vague. There's like no point, because like if you want to put stocks and you want to put attention into the Read On leaks and the Read On hints, you just get led astray and then you get disappointed. You're better off ignoring the Read On hints. You're just gonna be disappointed. And we got young Smokey Shama. Smokey Kun with the 10. He said the silhouette when Oda did that double spread, when they talked about the one who was contending for the One Piece, Shanks, Luffy, Kobe, Blackbeard, Aokiji, Buggy, Emu, etc., etc. Oh, I don't know what chapter that was. Guys, what chapter is young Smokey talking about? He said the silhouette when Oda did that double spread, when they talked about who was contending for the One Piece, Shanks, Luffy, Kobe, Buggy, etc., and Akainu. Does anyone know? What chapter was that? $11.21? Yo, chat is quick today, man. Look at that. Chat is on their game, bro. 11:21? At the end? Oh, this is 10:21. Oops. Oopsie daisies. All right, here for you thirst lords out there. Young Smokey, I'm looking at you. L, I'm looking at you. Eli, I'm looking at you. Go ahead, get your screenshots. Go do your business. You sick, twisted men. Objectifying these glorious women. So you think that this guy is the one in the recent spoilers? This is who we see in the recent spoilers? Ooh, Shanks-sama. Because you know what's interesting, guys, is that this guy right here doesn't have the Garling beard, right? And this is everyone in current day. Like I would go against the idea that like, oh no, this is young Garling from back in the day. That seems silly, right, chat? Wouldn't that be silly if someone tried to argue that this was young Garling from back in the day? I think that's a silly argument. I think this is people in modern day One Piece, and why would they put Shanks twice, right? If you think that this is Shanks, why would they put Shanks twice? So this can't be Garling and it can't be Shanks. So it's probably the guy in the silhouette. Which, by the way, guys, can anyone confirm that this is not Garling? Does anyone have the thesis as to why this isn't Garling? Does anyone have the thesis as to why this is not Garling right here? Because if that's not Garling, then this might be this guy right here. Hairstyle is different. Yeah, that I don't know how that didn't just cross my mind. That's actually Karu. That's actually a very obvious point. You would literally see the hair. Yeah. That's a good point. See, Karu, you never know, bro. I might be a complete idiot. Okay, well, I think I'm sold that this is not Garling. This is probably not Shanks, because this guy right here is probably the same guy in 1121, right? This guy right here in 1121 is most likely this guy, but it's not Shanks. So this guy is not Shanks. This guy is not Shanks, but this guy is the same person as that guy. And this guy in whatever chapter this was, I don't know what chapter this was, I don't remember, but this guy is the same as this guy, and it's the same person in 1121. Do we agree with that? Yes or no, guys? Do we agree? Yes or no? Do we agree? This man right here in this silhouette is not Shanks and not Garling, but he is this guy right here at the end of 1121. This guy right here is this guy. We'll call him Banks, right? Let's give him a name. This right here is Banks. It's not Shanks. It's not Garling. His name is Banks. And we see Banks at the end of 1121. And Banks is appearing in this spoilers, in this chapter. Do we agree? Yes or no, chat? Bro, you should try to get Garling's hairstyle in real life? No, bro. No. In short, the current commander of the Holy Knights is the Mystery Man. I don't know, man. It's just, it's a weird conversation to have because they literally said Garling was the Supreme Commander. So you're telling me there's a commander and then a Supreme Commander? Like, that seems kind of weird. Look at the Marines, for an example. You have admirals, so it's multiple, and then you have one fleet admiral. Does anyone know what chapter Garling's reveal was? Because I don't remember what chapter that was. Guys, what chapter was Garling's reveal? I know 1060 was the beginning of Egghead. Was it like 1062 or something like that? Chat, I'll give a big smooch. I'll give a fat kiss to someone who could tell me the chapter of Garling's reveal before I find it before you guys. Garling-sama. Oh my lord, I can't tell you. Okay, it looks like I saved Garling's reveal 1086. And Jordan also said 1086. Shout out to Jordan. Shout out to Jordan Queen. Because look, in the official translations, they literally named him the Supreme Commander. So don't you think that's kind of weird? Like, think about it, right? Think about it logistically. Oda revealed a brand new character. His name's Garling. And he's the Supreme Commander of the Holy Knights, okay? He's a new character. And his job is he's leading the Holy Knights. You got that? There is a new character. His name is Garling. And he's leading the Holy Knights, okay? Now you're telling me that, no, actually, no, wait, no. He's not the Gorosei, or he's not the commander anymore. He's actually the Gorosei, so now they're getting a new commander. Like, yes, that's possible, but is that reasonable? You guys get what I'm saying? Yes, because chat, we got to be detectives here. There's more spoilers. Read them. Guys, if you have more spoilers, can you guys let me know where to find them so I can read them? Guys, when we make theories and we're making predictions, we have to be reasonable. We shouldn't side with something because it's possible. We should side with something because it's reasonable, right? So is it reasonable that Garling doesn't lead the Holy Knights anymore? I don't know if that's reasonable because you, Oda, you literally just revealed him. So you revealed him just to take him out. Information about Second Holy Knight. Chat, where are the new spoilers? Does OP Fanatic have it? I agree with Farhat that the silhouette is the new Supreme Commander. So we do agree. All right, guys, I need an answer. Yes or no? One for yes, two for no. Is this Banks, Shanks, twin, whatever we want to call him Banks so he has a name. Do we believe that he is the new leader of the Holy Knights? Yes or no? Because I don't know, man. I'm telling you, it seems kind of weird that Garling would be introduced and then Oda's like, no, actually, no, and I changed my mind. He's not the leader anymore. Like, yes, that's possible, but it just seems weird. It just seems weird to me. Hey, leader of the Holy Knights. No, wait, actually, never mind. Like, bro, like, we didn't even get to see him lead. Are we going to have to see him lead through a flashback? I guess you could argue, oh, well, he was leading God Valley. But, like, really? Was Garling even the commander at that point of God Valley? Back in God Valley? Worst Gen HQ? Let me see. Hey, Zuo, appreciate you, my boy. Yo, Stretch, welcome back. Did you ever add me on Discord? Stretch, add me on Discord. You need to get your reward because you won the trivia. I wasn't kidding. You have a reward. You have a cash prize. Stretch, on my Discord server, send me a friend request or send Dawn of Ascension a friend request on Discord. Okay, send us a friend request and we're going to give you a reward because you won the One Piece trivia, okay? DM us and we'll give you a reward. I wasn't clickbaiting. I don't lie. When I'm doing giveaways, when I'm doing charities, when I'm doing rewards and prizes, I stand on that. Because, for an example, I was watching the stream the other day, right? Let me give you guys a quick story time. I was watching a stream the other day, and this guy was at like 200 likes on his stream, right? And every 5 minutes, this guy was like, chat, come on, bro. Get us to 555 likes. We're going to do a giveaway at 555 likes. Bro was saying this every 5 minutes from when I joined at 200 likes. Repeatedly, over and over and over and over. The stream gets to 555 likes, and he's like, oh, you know what? You guys keep asking me about the giveaway too much, and it's so effing annoying. We're not doing the giveaway anymore. I'm going to push it back. And he pushed back the giveaway. So he like scammed viewers out of YouTube likes. Like, to me, that's so scummy. Like, it's not even just because like I'm Christian and I have to look at God and talk to God and I know God watches my actions, but just as a human, like, that's so scummy. Like, it's so lame. Like, trying to scam people out of YouTube likes, like, even though that's not necessarily like money, like you're not getting that much revenue from that, it's just so stupid. So like it's just never in my nature to scam. So if you guys ever get a DM on Twitter or Discord or something like that, and like it's like I'm telling you like, yo, buy this thing, yo, get this thing, double check that it's a real account. All right, anyways, so we got where's the leak? You said worst Gen HQ. Okay. More details about Shanks. Pranks. He has a black coat, same as what we saw in 907 Reverie. Also same page, similar to the Reverie page. Really? What? Wait. Wait, chat. I thought every time people were talking about the Reverie Shanks and they said, oh, the Shanks that was at the Reverie, he didn't have the scar on his face. I thought the scar they were talking about was the scar on his eye. Which technically this is on his eye, but you could see it on his forehead. Whoa. Because I was always like, bro, maybe the reason we don't see the scar on on Shanks's eye at the Reverie is because that's a different side of his face. That was my argument. But wait, you literally see the scar right here. Oh, wait, chat, hold up, chat, this changes everything. Wait a second. What is the chance that like Oda forgot to draw that? Because Oda does make drawing mistakes. If you guys keep up with the corrections Oda does, because Oda does draw things incorrectly in chapters for Viz, then he has to fix it for the volume. You guys that follow One Piece hardcore, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oda makes a lot of drawing mistakes and he has to fix them. But the question is this a mistake? Chat, is this a mistake? Yes or no? If you're saying it's not a mistake, then Oda did this on purpose and he's calculating something. Whoa. Bro, I always thought people were talking about the eye. Because I was like, wait, of course we're not going to see the scar on his eye. Like, what if that's just a different side of his face? But this was when Shanks was talking to Whitebeard in pre-time skip. You could see it on his forehead. And this is literally like the same angle. It's literally like the same angle and you can see the scar. Okay, my question is, are there more panels of Shanks of this angle where you can see the scar? Because if we find more panels of Shanks from that angle with the scar on the forehead, then I think that might be calculated. Because if this, like, hypothetically, right? Let's say that this is the only panel in the story where we could see the scar on the forehead, then maybe we don't put stocks into this bottom one. But if Oda has drawn multiple angles of Shanks from this angle and you could always see the scar, then it's probably calculated. That's wild, man. There's information about the Lady Holy Night. Oh wait, there is. But so also one thing I want to say, guys, is in this tweet, according to Worst Gen, he says that he has a black coat. I wouldn't put stock into that personally. Like the idea that like, oh, he has a black coat. It's like, okay, aren't there a bunch of characters that wear like a black coat? Aren't there a bunch of characters that have a black cloak? You know, Emu has a black cloak. So I don't know if that's like the strongest argument, but these pictures, these panels are actually kind of crazy. Using a magical circle like Saturn, Shanks, quote unquote, and another person are summoned and appear on Elbaf. The other person is a woman with a hood, and we only see the eyes. I think they are both holy knights. Oda, brother. Oda. My brother in humanity. What are you cooking here, Oda? Chat. What is Oda doing? Rate this. Guys, rate this. I want you to rate this spoiler. 1 to 10. What do we rate this? Oh, dude, this is going to be a lore chapter. Where is Kai official? Kai, are you watching the stream right now, bro? What were we saying the past 2-3 chapters? The beginning of Elbaf, Oda's going to add a lot of emotion because he's been building up this arc for a very long time, 1,000 chapters. We got to reunite with Saul, get all of the emotional things of Elbaf out the way first, and then we're going to get into some crazy stuff. We're going to get into some lore. We called it. Where's Kai, bro? We called it, man. Using a magical circle like Saturn, Shanks and another person, quote unquote Shanks. Guys, we got to give him another name because this is going to get confusing. Guys, what should we call the fake Shanks? What should we call him? We got to give him another name so we could stop being confusing. Guys, should we call him Banks? Danks? Guys, what do we call him? Checked CBS about Shanks' scar. What CBS is Shanks' scar? What CBS is that? What did I say? CBS? I meant SBS. Bro, we don't watch CBS, that propaganda machine. ABC or CNN, all I see is more lies again. Tell the truth and they fire him. MK Ultra rewire him. If he keeps on telling the truth and leave a suicide note that is signed by him. We got young Smokey. Another 20 mom, bro. Young Smokey, God bless you, man. You're just too many super chats today, bro. Thank you, brother. He said the Gorsey never refer to Shanks by the name when they so wait. The Gorsey never refer to Shanks by name when they so talked, so that's a huge key detail. So here's my thing, Young Smokey. That's actually a great point, but I do want to add another point we should consider. And I think no one talks about this enough, okay? Can I get you guys to pay attention? Because I've mentioned this on stream before. And I still don't see anybody, I don't ever see anyone mention this. Guys, put a 1 in chat if you're paying attention. Because I'm going to give you guys some sauce so you guys can make good theories, good predictions. I'm going to put you guys on. I'm going to give you guys the recipe, the sauce. Can I get some 1s in chat if you're listening and paying attention? Because I have a point that no one ever wants to talk about. Listen. When we are talking about the One Piece Reverie, chapter 907, 908, whatever. When Shanks went to the Gorsey, you guys know what I'm talking about? Remember when Shanks went to the Gorsey? Remember that? And he spoke with them? And we see Shanks with the hood. You remember that? In the Japanese Raws, you hear me? In the Japanese manga, in the Raws, in the original language, they spoke to him very disrespectfully. And I feel like no one takes that into account. That is something that we need to take into account. When they were speaking to this guy, whether you think it's Shanks or whether you think it's the Holy Knight, whichever one you believe it is, it doesn't change the fact that when he spoke to the Gorsey, they were very rude to him in the official original language. And I wish I saved the citation on that. I wish I saved the receipts on that. I am not lying to you. That the person that said it was a Japanese reader. Maybe he was wrong. Maybe he looked too deep into it or something. But that's what I saw. And it was from a reputable source. And I wish I saved the receipts. There's nothing that I gain here by lying. But this is something that I feel like people should take into consideration more. Again, if you just tuned in a second ago, in the official Raws, in the official Japanese manga, when this guy spoke to the Gorsey, whether you think it's Shanks or his twin, whoever it is, the Gorsey spoke to him very rudely, very disrespectfully. So that is something they need to, something we need to speak on. Because like, let's say this is Shanks and we are all like being gaslit. Well, yeah, obviously Oda's gonna, or not Oda, but the Gorsey are gonna speak disrespectfully to Shanks. And as far as why Shanks has the authority to go talk to the Gorsey, you can easily attest, or you can easily argue that Shanks has Figurlin blood and he's a Yonko, so he forced them into a conversation. Kind of like how the Gorsey is willing to talk to the warlords, you know? The Gorsey talk to warlords, and yes, they have some kind of peace treaty detail, but why can't they have a peace treaty with Shanks? He's a Yonko. He has a lot of power. He's keeping the balance. He has Figurlin blood. So I think this idea that like, oh, the Gorsey would never talk to Shanks. I don't really see a good argument for that. But let me go back up real quick. Did I miss a super chat? Thank you, Young Smokey. You did super chat and I missed it. I'm sorry. Sorry, brother. He said, Evil, I DM'd you extra information on the chapter or spoilers. You could check. Hold on, let me see real quick. Young Smokey, I'm sorry for missing that 20 bomb, bro. Sorry. You donated 20. Let me go check it. Okay, guys, we got some more details. Can we get a W, Young Smokey, in chat? And Dawn of Ascension, I'll get to your DMs in a moment. I still got to catch up on super chats. I'm already behind on super chats. Okay, guys. Next spoiler. Okay, we see the Gorosei. We see Shinx. Shinx. The Shinx that appears at the end of this chapter is the same one we saw in 907 wearing the full-length black robe. And we see his face in the same position as we saw it in Marie Joie. Although in this case, he hasn't spoken yet, without being able to see if there's a scar or not on the other side. And the other character that goes with him is, is also wearing a full-length robe. And we also see his face. Wait, his face? I thought it was a girl. I thought it was a girl. Wait. It's a girl or a guy. They said his. This character seems even more interesting to me because he is completely new. So they called that person a him twice. This character seems more interesting to me because he is completely new and has an interesting design. I will explain it in the summary. What is this? Read On that said this? Pewpiece said this. Pewpiece. Hold on. Young Smokey, thank you for that, for the spoilers, brother. Let me go double check Pewpiece. It doesn't hurt to double check. It doesn't hurt to double check. Yeah, so you guys know that Young Smokey, he has reputable sources. Young Smokey posts real spoilers. So what we just read is on Pewpiece's Twitter. Young Smokey with the fat W. Interesting. Chat, what do we make of this, man? Code 1, welcome back, brother. Glad to see you. Guys, what do we make of all this, man? Son of Garling? Did Garling's wife have twins? Shanks went away. This guy remained? Is that the theory? Where do we put our stocks, guys? Garling had a wife. The wife gave birth to 2 twins. One remained with the Celestial Dragons. His name's Banks. The other one left. His name is Shanks. Check next post of Pew about SBS. Hold on. I know Dawn of Ascension DMs me about that. Hold on. Guys, I'm trying my best here. Chat, please be patient. I apologize. There's a lot of chat messages. There's DMs all over the place. I'm behind on super chats. Guys, thank you. God bless you all. I pray that Jesus Christ fills you with the Holy Spirit. I pray that he guides your steps. I pray that he protects you, gives you courage, strength, bravery, and might. Thank you for being such a beautiful, lovely chat. Please remain being patient. I'm already behind on super chats. Okay, Dawn of Ascension sent us this. By the way, check the super chat I sent. Yes, I apologize, Young Smokey. I'll get to that as soon as I can because people were asking about this one as well. I'm going to pull up the super chat right here, Young Smokey. I got it pulled up right here so I don't lose it. Okay, so they don't put citation on this. I don't know what SBS this is from, but the reader said, or the reader asked, you might have been asked this thousands of times already. Not sure, but is Shanks 2 different persons? Okay, I don't recall this answer, and I didn't look ahead, but I will tell you right now, guys, if Oda is avoidant, if he literally says, like, runs away, oh, I don't know, oh, I forgot, oh, who knows? If Oda's avoidant, gigantic red flag. You guys know that I have, right here in my background, I have pretty much, like, every single One Piece volume, and, they have the SBSs. They have pages of SBSs after most chapters. I've read thousands of SBS questions. And I can tell you right now, I haven't looked ahead yet. If Oda's avoidant with this question, if he's trying to run away and trying to be decisive, gigantic red flag, okay? So Oda says, you know, since Shanks is sometimes drawn without a scar, plus he arrived at Paramount War so quickly with unbelievable speed, despite having just fought Kaido. Censored. Okay, see? Oda's being avoidant here. Gigantic red flag. And this is something that you guys wouldn't pick up if you didn't read so many SBSs. And honestly, if you don't read all the SBSs, I don't blame you. There's too many SBS questions. I don't expect the average One Piece fan to read every single SBS. There's too many, dude. There's literally 100 SBS volumes. But the point is that every single, because we'll see One Piece fans early on in the story that would send SBS questions would ask things that are spoiler related that end up getting revealed later in the story. So if you like, let's say right now, right? You guys, we're at the current chapter. We're at 1134, and then you go back. You go back to chapter 1 of One Piece, and you're like, all right, I'm going back to chapter 1. I'm gonna reread the story, and I'm gonna read the SBSs. You will see how earlier SBS questions that were asking about future events at that time, Oda would be avoidant with the answers, and then we would see how that SBS question, whatever the reader hypothesized about, would unfold. And this is a recurring theme, guys. I promise you this is a recurring theme. If a reader asks Oda about something and Oda is dodgy and he tries to run away from the question, huge red flag. So this is a huge red flag. So what can we take from this? What can we take from this? Clearly Oda knows about the concept of Shanks missing a scar. Clearly Oda is aware that fans are hypothesizing that Shanks is two different people, or that Shanks has has a twin brother. This concept of twin Shanks, clone Shanks, however you want to spin it, Oda is aware. So if he's reading this question, and he was probably even aware of this before this SBS question ever arrived, then it makes sense why he would be dodgy. And he says, you know, since Shanks is sometimes drawn without his scar, plus he arrived at Paramount War so quickly with unbelievable speed despite having just fought Kaido, he censors it. Text on screen says, please take your own conclusion. See? What we can conclude here, guys, is that there's a huge question mark on Shanks. We can't say, oh, Shanks twin confirmed. Shanks clone confirmed. We can't say that. But what we can say is there's a huge, important question mark. There's a huge target on Shanks's back. There's a huge question mark above his head. We can't say what it is exactly. We can't say that he definitely has a twin. He has a clone, however you want to spin that. But Oda's being avoidant here. He's aware of the concept that fans are hypothesizing twin Shanks, clone Shanks. This is a great SBS. Dawn of Ascension, thank you for sending me this. And I want to go back to that Young Smokey super chat. L, I apologize. I'll get to you right after that. Young Smokey with the $50 super chat. Thank you so much, Young Smokey. You're just going absolutely off the wall today with the super chats, man. God bless you, bro. Thank you. Young Smokey said, remember evil. The Gorosei spoke to Akainu and Garling when he strolled in disrespectfully. I think they didn't value Garling as equal. They were upset he strolled in even as a Holy Knight commander. I don't think the Gorosei respect anyone but Imu. I can kind of see that. I guess I could see that. You know, because like if you were below the Gorosei and these guys pray and worship Imu, then I guess you could form the argument that like if you're not Imu, then you're like dirt. Guys, do you agree with that? Yes, 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you guys agree that the Holy Knights, it makes sense that they are disrespected by Gorosei because the Gorosei only care about Imu? Like the Gorosei, they pray to Imu, they worship Imu, but if you're an admiral, a Holy Knight, fleet admiral, they're like, bro, off with you. Do you guys agree with that? Because again, if you guys just tuned in, we were just explaining how in chapter 907, when Shanks met with the Gorosei, quote unquote Shanks, the Gorosei spoke disrespectfully to him. So if we believe that this guy right here is actually a Holy Knight, twin Shanks, clone Shanks, whatever, then maybe they spoke disrespectfully to him in the Japanese translation, in the Japanese Raws, because they don't really respect Holy Knights. They only respect Imu. Thank you for that super chat, Young Smokey. God bless you, bro. And then we have a $5 super from the boy not Young Smokey, from the boy L, going crazy today. Lots of supers from the boy L. L, God bless you, my brother. He said, I said 2 Holy Knights will appear like 2 Baroque work agents arriving at Little Garden. Oh, I think I do remember that. Wait. Didn't you see that like last stream? Wait, No, you said that on the birthday stream. Wait. L, did you not say that on the birthday stream when we were playing Marvel Rivals? Didn't you mention Baroque Works and mention Little Garden, or was it the stream before that? Wait, because that's a crazy theory. L said that in Elbaf arc, two Holy Knights are going to appear, just like how in Little Garden, two Baroque Works agents appeared. Wait, no, that's actually insane. I actually on the bro, guys, we need to give a WL in chat, guys. I need to see everyone like the stream and type WL. We need to give a W to L. He said it on our last stream before the spoilers. That's actually a see, like, theories that come true always make more sense when you have 20/20 vision, right? Like, don't get me wrong, when I first heard it, I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good, that's pretty fire. But now that it happens, it's like, wait, no, that makes perfect sense. Two Baroque work agents appeared on Little Garden, and that's being paralleled with two Holy Knights appearing on Elbaf. Why didn't I make that theory? Why didn't I make that theory? Because L, me and you, we've been on the same train that Holy Knights will appear on Elbaf. Because what Oda wants to do is Oda wants to showcase Gorosei on Egghead to hype up Gorosei for the final war. And if there's a new sector of the world government called Gorosei, or called Holy Knights, and Oda wants to hype up the Holy Knights, he would therefore send Holy Knights to Elbaf to prop up the Holy Knights for final war. So that makes a lot of sense that Oda would use Holy Knights in Elbaf, again, to hype them up for the conclusion of the story for final war. But I never thought, like, okay, well, in Little Garden, wasn't there two Baroque Work agents? They were led by Mr. Zero Crocodile. Couldn't that be paralleled with the Holy Knights being led by Garling, or this new commander, Supreme Commander? Dang, yo, L, my boy, going insane with the theories, man. And L with another 10, bro. Thank you so much, bro. L said, also at Little Garden, Nami and Usopp were the first to see Broggy. They see his giant face close up. They will be the first to see the cannibalistic giant in Elbaf in a similar panel, but way scarier. That's fire. To anyone that was here on the B-Day stream, bro, this man Greg F, the boy Greg, longtime supporter and viewer, he, on my birthday stream, he showcased a 20-page PDF presentation on why, a literal presentation on PDF, like a PowerPoint, literally 20 pages on why the Elbaf arc will have cannibalistic giants and how that connects to Norse mythology. Norse mythology is flooded with cannibalistic giants that eat humans, if you want to consider giants eating humans cannibalistic. Regardless, giants eating humans. And we see that this was already foreshadowed, for an example, with Big Mom's flashback on Elbaf. Remember that, guys? Big Mom ate humans in Elbaf as a child. She ate caramel. She ate all the kids. So this idea that we're going to eventually see giants, or at least cannibalistic, if you want to call it cannibalistic, we don't need to be grammar Nazis here, but cannibalistic giants in Elbaf eating humans, that could tie into what we saw previously. Don't stay in Elbaf too long. If there's anything you take in Elbaf, don't linger too long. Maybe it's because if you linger too long, the giants eventually get hungry, or the cannibalistic giants in hiding get hungry, and they come search for food, and they come eat humans. Man-eating giants. Yeah, Lucas, that's probably better. Man-eating giants. I got you, Smokey, right here. Smokey with the 10, thank you, bro. Smokey said, twins, aka Cain and Abel. And Holy Knight Shanks kills him. Oh, bro. Shanks that protects Luffy is Abel. And Shanks from the Holy Knights, the evil one, is Cain. He kills Shanks. So Shanks is the Shanks we know, and then we'll say Banks. Banks is the guy that's in the Holy Knights, right? Shanks is to Abel as Banks is to Cain. Cain kills Abel, Banks kills Shanks. Shanks gets killed by his own twin. Wait. That's insane. He's saying, I'm saying Shanks we know is Kane. Oh, so you're saying Shanks is Kane. Huh. I interpreted that as Shanks being Abel. So you think Shanks would kill the Holy Knight? I was thinking the Holy Knight would kill Shanks. I think that would be wilder, bro. Imagine twin Shanks. Let's just call him Banks, whether he's the twin, clone, whatever. Banks killing Shanks would be insane. Wait, guys, just to confirm, we know for a fact that Shanks got his scar from Blackbeard, right? Like that's not really up for debate? Or is it like insinuated that he got it from Blackbeard? Because imagine there was this like crazy twist where he got it from Banks. Shanks got his scar from Banks. But I think it was actually confirmed that he got it from Blackbeard. But either way, Smokey, whether you think Shanks is Cain or Abel, either way, that never crossed my mind. Shanks and his twin Banks are Cain and Abel. Regardless if you think Shanks is Cain or Abel, whichever one, that's still fire. That's still amazing. Hey, young Smokey, you know I'm on that Christian One Piece agenda. You know we're on that Christ piece agenda. That Jesus piece agenda. You know Oda's been going hard. Oda added Seraphim to One Piece. Oda keeps putting crosses and crucifixes in One Piece. Oda likes to dig deeper in the Son of God. We got Kuma as a pastor of a church praying to a cross carrying a Bible. Hey, come on. Cain and Abel, man. Cain and Abel. And Young Smokey with another 10. Young Smokey just going off today. What if Shanks has no brother and it's a Seraphim and the world government had closeted the Yonko, aka 2 Yonko Seraphim of Kaido? Dude, that actually, you can back that up. I don't have the panel, but chat, does anyone have the chapter of Egghead? Where, in Egghead, there was an offhand comment. I think it was either Jimbei or Frankie. It was an offhand comment in Egghead. Someone said, wow, if the Seraphim are that strong, imagine when they're older. And as soon as the character said that, Oda immediately cut the scene. He changed the setting to something else. Does anyone know what chapter that was? I'm sure. King J, welcome in, brother. King J, you gotta know the chapter. You're literally the most knowledgeable One Piece fan I know, brother. What chapter was that and who was that? Again, there was a chapter in Egghead. It was either Frankie or Jinbei. They said, wow, the Seraphim are this strong right now. Imagine when they're older. And then Oda immediately cut the scene. Yeah, it was an early scene. It was when they were going up the stairs. Or maybe it was like as soon as they reached the top and they saw S-Shark. Because you guys know I'm preaching to the choir. I've said this a million times on stream, but Oda loves to do that. One of Oda's favorite ways of foreshadowing something is having a character in the story say something, allude to an idea, cutting the scene, changing the setting, and bringing your mind to something else. It's like Oda wants to throw something in and then immediately like try to change the subject. And something like that, if it's so fishy that, again, a character would say, imagine when they're older. It's like, okay, is Oda alluding to the idea that we're going to see an aged up Seraphim? Because if Oda's alluding to the idea that we're going to see an aged up Seraphim, then Young Smokey's previous super chat about this twin Shanks being a Seraphim of Shanks being older is insane. Maybe 1073? Smokey said 1074 and up. So imagine this fake Shanks we see is actually an aged up Seraphim of Shanks. Imagine, bro. This twin Gorosei, Holy Knight, whatever, Banks guy, he is an aged up Shanks Seraphim. Are there any other examples where Oda does that? Yes, you can think back to the beginning of Punk Hazard. At the very beginning, this is a minor one, right? And I'm going to show you a minor example so that, because if Oda does it with the minor examples, he does it with the medium and he does it with the large. At the beginning of the Punk Hazard arc, we did not know that half the island was going to be snow. Everything leading up to it was just fire, magma, fire, magma, volcano. There was zero correlation, zero hint to snow, right? And when the Straw Hats were approaching Punk Hazard, they were saying, "Oh, the water's so hot. Why is the ocean temperature so high?" Again, they were talking about the heat. The scene cuts back to the Thousand Sunny, and I think it's Nami on the ship with binoculars, and she's like, "Wait, why do I see snow in the distance?" And then Oda immediately cut the conversation, and then like a chapter later, we learn that the island is split in half, hot and cold. Why are you reaching for everything except the obvious twin? Yo, I'm just going with the theories, bro. I'm not putting stocks into anything. I'm just going with what the chat is saying, bro. I have no clue. It could be an aged up Seraphim. It could be his twin. It could be his brother. It could be a clone. I have no stocks anywhere. I'm undecided right now, and I'm not trying to use it to my advantage where I'm like, oh, I'm going to say that I don't know. That way I can pick one when I know I'm right. I genuinely don't know. But anyways, I want to look for that panel so you guys can get my point. I don't think it's 1073. I'm pretty sure it's before. I think what I was referring to is before 1073. Again, there was a Straw Hat that said, "Wow, imagine when the Seraphim are older. Imagine when they're adults." Okay, this is another example, but this isn't what I'm thinking of. So you can see CP0 right here. This is the second time it happened in the arc. They said, "Those Seraphim sure aren't holding back. All this infighting is only hurting our bottom line, and they're still only children." That's an ominous sign. So why is CP0 saying they're still children? They're still only children. They're alluding to the idea that the Seraphim can age. So the question is, at what point in One Piece do we see an adult Seraphim? And it's a possibility that this Shanks, that's a Gorosei or a Holy Knight, this Banks guy, whatever you want to call him, is an aged up Shanks Seraphim. King J said Twin Shanks isn't Seraphim because Romeus and Remus, twins in mythology, were found under the fig tree. That's where Oda got Figurland lore. Ooh. Twin Shanks isn't a Seraphim because Romeus and Remus are twins in mythology and they were found under the fig tree. That's where Oda got Figurland lore. I also believe the twin has burn marks on the left side. Guys, are you guys rocking with that? Are you guys rocking with that? Yes or no? And also, guys, I still can't find the chapter. I don't know what chapter it was. It was early Egghead. I think it was right before S Shark. It was right before the Seraphim, the Jinbei Seraphim. Pew Piece confirmed that the Holy Knights appear on the same realm as Luffy. Oh, I didn't save the chapter. I think it was around this time where we saw S Shark. I didn't save the chapter number. By the way, two characters at the end of the chapter appear in the same realm as the Straw Hats. Yeah, that's funny. You guys just said the same thing. Where do you guys see that, though? I don't even see that on Pew Piece's Twitter. Oh, he posted it earlier. The two characters in the end don't appear in a castle in the Celestial World. Instead, they appear in a magic circle within that castle and giant village that we saw before. Bro, so the Holy Knights have the magic, the Star of David or the Star of Satan. I mean, the Star of Remfam. They had that star ability as well, just like the Gorosei. So if you become a Holy Knight or you become a Gorosei, you have satanic star powers, satanic circle powers. We got L with the $5 super chat and the $5 or the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, L, bro. He said chat is effing cooking. Chat is going crazy, man. We got you cooking L with the Baroque Works theory. We got Smokey cooking multiple theories. We got King J coming through. Oh, Smokey got a membership. Simon got a membership. Don got a membership. Amuni got a membership. Lucas got... Bro, every one of your memberships just went to the goats of the chat. Yo, L, your memberships just went to all the regulars that are at every stream. All the goats. Smokey, Simon, Don, Amuni, and Lucas. Literally the regulars just got memberships. That Holy Night... Thank you, L. Thank you so much, brother. That Holy Knight is likely Shanks' brother and also the biological brother or father of Bonnie. Wait, hold up. You're telling me Shanks has a brother and that brother is the father of Bonnie? Well, you know what? That's not far-fetched because we know that Ginny went to the Marie-Joie and she was graped by Holy Knights. Not Holy Knights, sorry. Celestials. And Bonnie has pink hair. So is it a possibility that Shanks' brother has red hair and because of the mother, it caused Bonnie to have pink hair? Shanks' brother having red hair mixed with Ginny's hair creates Bonnie's pink hair? Guys, do we know what color hair Ginny has? Oda's art of gender bend supernova has male Bonnie. Yeah, King J, I remember you and I pointed that out months ago. I forgot about that. King J, you and I pointed that out. I forgot if I said it on a video or a stream or a tweet. I forgot why I said that. But you and I, King J, we pointed that out. I actually forgot about that. Guys, King J has a great point. And who was it that just said that? Who is it that just said that? Code 1. There, you got an argument right there. Gender bend supernova in a SBS. The gender bend Bonnie is just Shanks. Let me see if I have that SBS saved. I might have to Google it. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Romulus killed Remus. Shanks will kill the twin. Yeah, so, okay, King J, you and Smokey need to link up then. Because Smokey is also saying, even though you think it's Romeus and Remus, it still could work with Cain and Abel. Oda could use both at the same time. Because with Cain and Abel, Cain killed Abel. And Smokey is saying that Shanks will kill the brother. So Shanks would be Cain killing his brother Abel and the Holy Knights. And you're saying that yeah, you just said it as well. Cain also did the same. Exactly. So King J and Smokey, you guys are on the same frequency. You guys are on the same frequency right now. Hold on, guys. I'm all over the place. Let me pull up that gender bend supernova page so you guys can see what I'm talking about. For those of you that haven't seen it before. Look, this right here, guys. Look. I don't think this is the official coloring. Maybe someone in chat can confirm if this is official coloring. This might be fan coloring. Here, let me just use the original. Look at gender bend Bonnie. It's just Shanks. And you have to consider Ginny, the mother of Bonnie, was taken to the Celestials and they graped. That's how Bonnie was born. Which is actually an argument against pro-choice, but we'll not go there. We won't go there, chat. We won't go there. Young Smokey with the 10. Thank you, Young Smokey. He said, only set of twins in the story I know about besides the two chicks with Frankie, Lola, and Chiffon could be Shanks and his brother. How many times does Oda use twins? That's a good point. Guys, can anyone think of twins in One Piece? So no Blackbeard versus Shanks? I think you could get both. I think if Shanks fights his brother, that doesn't prevent... If Shanks fights his brother, that does not prevent Shanks from fighting Blackbeard. You get what I'm saying? Shanks fighting his brother, who's in the Holy Knights, does not prevent Shanks versus Blackbeard. I wonder how gender bend I wonder how gender bend Charlos looks like. Why would you wonder that? Yo, what's that person's name who's gee, how do I word this? How do I word this without someone in chat getting triggered? They're gonna clip this and be like, look at evil. They're gonna clip it, put it on Reddit. Look at this guy, he's so terrible. Guys, what's the name of that one famous person? You know, they're a bit bigger. I think they're white. They're trans. I think Aiden Ross used to have them on stream. That's what I imagine Gender Ben St. Charles to look like. But yeah, Young Smokey, you raise a good point though. If we're gonna talk about all these theories and ideas of Shanks having a brother or a twin or a clone or whatever, we need to look at more twins in One Piece. And I saw King J said where'd he go? Sanji and his brothers. What do you call them again? Gorlock? Is that what the name is? Oh no. Yeah, this would be my answer for gender Ben. Even though technically, like, I mean, technically speaking, gender Ben St. Charles can't be this guy. But whatever. Close enough. Aw, this is foul, bro. This is so messed up. Dude, that's so wrong, bro. That is wrong, man. Dude, the internet, man. Chad, that is not funny, man. Smoky Katakuri is triplets with oven and daifugu. Did not expect possible Shanks Seraphim on the 2024 bingo card. Yeah, hey, Damon Deuce, welcome back, brother. Hey, guys, we should do a One Piece 2025 bingo card. Guys, what is on your 2025 bingo card? Do you guys have Emu face reveal there? Blackbeard Devil Fruit Truth reveal card, whatever, however you want to refer. What would you even call that? Like Blackbeard Devil Fruit Truth? Like how he has multiple fruits, something like that. What is on your guys' 2025 One Piece bingo card? What is on it? Void Century, Nika, Joy Boy face reveal, Emu face reveal. What is on your 2025 bingo card? I want to see. Hamaji with the 4.99. Thank you, brother. Hamaji, I'm glad to see you, King. Thank you for the super, brother. He said late, but the chat is still goated. Thanks for teaming with me on your B-Day stream, bro. Undefeated Charlos. Undefeated Charlos for the win. Hey, Hamaji, God bless you, bro. Thank you so much. Hamaji, man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not just saying this because, like, you're a supporter, you're the homie, and you super chatted. I'm not just saying it because of that. But genuinely, Hamaji, you were going off, bro. I don't remember if it was you or if it was Deji that first got Rivals and then hopped on. I think you might have been playing already by that point. But either way, you and Deji were going crazy. You were going crazy. L, can you testify? Because L was playing with us. Dawn of Ascension, you too. Was Deji and Hamaji not going off? Okay, Deji was a new one. Okay, regardless, Hamaji was going off, bro. I was playing like trash, bro. If you guys were watching the birthday stream, the section of the stream for Marvel Rivals, dude, I was playing horrible. Dude, chat, there was too much pressure, man. I was on stream, people were watching me. It's too much pressure. Thank you for the super emoji. And we got our boy L with the 5. Thank you, brother. God bless, man. He said Blackbeard sneaking Shanks after he saves Luffy from his evil brother could be the start of Ragnarok. Maybe a Blackbeard Loki team up. I like that. I like the idea of Blackbeard and Loki teaming up. I really like that. I genuinely believe that Loki is going to be one of the people that start Ragnarok. And there's many reasons for it. Because we saw in the last stream, Greg was talking about cannibalistic giants in Norse mythology tying into Elbaf arc. But part of that theory, he was talking about how there's a person in Norse mythology that starts the Ragnarok war. And his name is Suter. And I think this Suter guy is Loki. I think Oda is grabbing Suter from Norse mythology and pumping it into Loki. And if that's the case, then it makes sense Loki would initiate Ragnarok War. Now the question is that possible? Is that reasonable? I would argue yes. Because Loki, first of all, they needed a lot of giants just to restrain Loki. So Loki has the willpower. Second of all, Loki is currently trying to escape captivity. So Oda's building up to the idea that somehow, some way, Loki gets freed. So I really like the idea that Loki initiates Ragnarok War. And then I think most One Piece fans agree that Blackbeard would have a hand in this Ragnarok Elbaf War as well. It just seems very straightforward that Loki and Blackbeard would have similar goals, similar motives, like a similar path this arc. I don't think Oda's building up Loki to be a good guy. Because if Loki is not the big bad, then who is it? I guess now we could argue that the big bad is Holy Knights. Chat, you know, it's actually strange. Because think about it this way. When the Gorosei showed up to Elbaf, which was like the big bad, the Straw Hats started to leave, right? The Straw Hats decided like, hey, the Gorosei are here. Let's try to leave. Let's try to dip. And I know before the Gorosei got to Egghead, did I say Elbaf? I meant to say Egghead. We know that when CP0 showed up on Egghead, they kind of wanted to leave, but CP0 wasn't that much of a threat on Egghead. The Gorosei was a bigger threat on Egghead, and the Straw Hats had to leave. So my thing about this chapter 1134, the spoilers, is if the Holy Knights are appearing on Elbaf, and they are like this powerful, big bad threat, is this gonna draw the Straw Hats out of the island? Because doesn't that seem too soon? Like, what is gonna happen if the Holy Knights are on Elbaf right now with the Straw Hats? Something has to go down. And I don't think us as fans believe that the Straw Hats are about to be driven out of Elbaf. I think we can all kind of agree that the arc has much more length to it. So what's going to happen? Are the Straw Hats going to fight the Holy Knights and take them down to buy more time in the arc? Are the Holy Knights going to delay their attack against the Straw Hats? Is someone going to interrupt? Like, where do we go from here? If the Holy Knights are arriving and they're on Elbaf, what's going to happen? Because I highly doubt that the Straw Hats are going to be like, oh, time to leave. The Holy Knights are here. Time to leave, everybody. Now we leave Elbaf and we have a 20 chapter Elbaf arc. Like, that seems very unlikely. So what's going to come of this? That's my question. What is going to come of this? Hamaji said the whole team was eating. Yeah, we were all playing pretty well on Rivals. I know L was maining Hulk. He was going off. Hamaji, you were going off. You know what's crazy is Deji was brand new to Marvel Rivals, and he was holding his own. Dawn of Ascension had the heels down log. Code One said NL's coming back with the story with his Elbaf name Thor. I love that. Code One, we're on the same frequency. We're on the same agenda, man. Me and chat have been pushing that for a while because we know that the Elbaf tree is obviously a very large tree, and we know back through the Skypiea arc that they talked about that. They talked about how the Straw Hats took the most dangerous path to Skypiea, being the knockup stream, and that the normal regular paths are roads to Skypiea. So you have to think, wait, if there's a road to Skypiea, where is the road? I think a road from the top of the Elbaf tree going to Skypiea makes a lot of sense. So if there's a road from Skypiea to Elbaf, vice versa, then maybe NL leaves the moon because there's no resources there. There's no food. There's no crops. There's no water. NL leaves the moon with the Automata army, comes down to Skypiea, goes down the road, ends up in Elbaf. I think that's kind of straightforward. There's nothing for him on the moon. There's nothing for there's nothing for NL on the moon. There's nothing. He got the automata. That's it. There's nothing else. Sure, he powered up the city, but there's no food. There's no water. There's no crops. There's no animals. There's no agriculture. So I think like there's a good argument that NL will leave because of those logistics. And moreover, Oda loves reintroducing famous characters into the story, especially antagonists. Look at how Oda reintroduced Crocodile. Look at how Oda's giving life to Doflamingo in Impel Down. Buggy. So I think the argument for Shanks, or the argument for NL coming back into the story through something like Elbaf, him playing this idea of Thor, known for his lightning and electricity, that makes a lot of sense. And do I like Moria? Not really. Moria's devil fruit to me is insane. If you put Moria's devil fruit in the right hands, that's just insane. That's just broken. You would go crazy. But even Moria is an example, because Moria was an antagonist who is defeated. He was taken out, but then Oda still brought him back into the story by having him go after Blackbeard at Hachinosu. Door handle with the 2. Thank you, brother. Silhouette is Burn Scar Man. Guys. We're going to do a poll in chat. We're going to do a poll in chat where you guys have to type the answer. This new guy, this Holy Knight that Oda has been building up for some time. This Holy Knight guy that's appearing in the spoilers of 1134. Is this man the Holy Knight? Or is this man the Burn Scar Man? Is this Holy Knight, this fake Shanks, is he the Burn Scar Man? Yes or no? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Is this man, this fake Shanks, however you want to spin it, twin brother, whatever, is he the Burn Scar Man? 1 for yes, 2 for no. I think we got some 2s. It looks a little 50-50. Code 1 said another bingo slot. All the former warlords officially joined Cross Guild. Yeah, I love that. And I think it should be all but Doflamingo. Because when we talk about Cross Guild, well, Doflamingo is a warlord, or was a warlord, and Law was a warlord. I don't think both are joining. So it has to be one or the other. And I'm not trying to make a false dichotomy here where you only have 2 options. I'm not trying to do that, but like, let's just be honest. Let's just be reasonable. It's either Doflamingo or it's Law. And I think it makes far more sense for it to be Law, because we already spent too much time with Law traveling with Luffy. Oda needs to put Law somewhere else. Law's not going to give up on his checkered fate dream. So I think Law joining Cross Guild is one of the best theories you guys can put your stocks into. If you guys want to make investments to cash in on One Piece theories, I've been saying this for the longest time. I put out a video about this forever ago. Put stocks into Law joining Cross Guild, guys. It will be the freest win ever. Put stocks into it. Go tweet it out. Go post it on YouTube. Go post it on Discord and screenshot it. Save it. I promise you this will be a free win, bro. As much as I love Doflamingo, you guys know I love Dofi. I love Doflamingo. I don't hate him. He's awesome. He's probably my favorite villain. You know, we rock with Dofi. As much as him breaking out of Impel Down would be insane, I'm sorry. Law joining Cross Guild just makes far more sense. Law's that guy, boys. Hey, that boy Greg's back. Hey, Greg, we were spreading some rumors about you, my boy. We were gossiping about you, bro. Three new swordsmen means 3 new Zoro victims. Hey, guys, look at what King J sent me. Zoro doesn't have enough swordsmen to defeat before fighting Mihawk. Oda. Oh, my, bro. Yo. Oda added... Okay, Zoro... Okay, so Zoro doesn't have enough swordsmen to defeat before fighting Mihawk. Shanks, fake Shanks, Garling. Guys, chat, is that enough? Is that enough for you? He's gonna fight fake Shanks, then he's gonna fight Garling, then he's gonna fight Shanks, then he's gonna fight Mihawk. You know we gotta give our boy Zoro some dubs, man. The vice captain of the crew. Woronora Woro. I would like to see Dofi have a good opponent to end the series. Yeah, me too. I honestly, it's difficult because I don't know where Doflamingo's future goes. It's hard to say. And I don't think it's cross-skilled. I think the stumbling, if you want Doflamingo in cross-skilled, the stumbling block is law. Hey, King J, great meme, bro. It's a great meme. Guys, are there any spoilers I missed? Are there any more spoilers I missed, chat? Are there any more spoilers? I think that's all of them for now. The rats. Yo, this man Zoro has to take out 3 rats before he fights Mihawk. That's insane. He has to take out fake Shanks, real Shanks, and Garling. Yo, who does Sanji fight? Kizaru? See, you Sanji fans are down bad, bro. Just pick the winning horse, bro. Zoro is just better than Sanji. Come on. Doggy. Simon said doggy. You mean Dory? Or did you mean Broggy? Doggy will die. He can't exist in a post-final... Oh, Dofi. Dofi will die. He can't exist in a post-final war where Luffy wins. Wait, why? Why, though? War. Could the rats in Rhodes diorama foreshadow this chapter? How so? What if the Holy Knights help Loki like CP0 helps Kaido? Huh. What if the Holy Knights help Loki like how CP0 helped Kaido? Interesting. I feel like I would lean more towards Loki helping helping the Holy Knights, because it seems like the Holy Knights have an agenda against Luffy more than Loki has an agenda against Luffy. So I think like it would make more sense if Loki helped the Holy Knights against Luffy, like how CP0 helped Kaido against Luffy. And I get the inversion because CP0 would be to Holy Knights. I get that. But it would still work. It would still be a parallel and an inversion. But L makes a good point. Not everything has to be a parallel. Like we can make theories. We can make theories and search for the parallels. But at the end of the day, we have to be reasonable. We have to be reasonable. L with the 5. L said, I also was saying on your B-Day stream that Sanji and Zoro might have conflict in Elbaf, paralleling them competing in Little Garden. Guys, are you guys down with that theory? Because L already took a big W in Elbaf for theories. Yes or no, guys? Do you think, like how Zoro and Sanji had a conflict in Little Garden, that Zoro and Sanji will have a conflict again in Elbaf? 1 for yes, 2 for no. I'm going to put 1. I'm going to put a 1 for yes. Because L has been getting some theories correct in Elbaf. Plus, that's a very simple parallel. Sanji and Zoro had a conflict of competition in Little Garden. Now we're in Elbaf. Are they going to have a competition, a conflict again? I think that's similar. I think that's very straightforward. It doesn't have to be like a crazy conflict, you know? I think that's fair. That's not really a reach. I don't feel like that's forced. Look at how many parallels and how many similarities we're getting in Little Garden already. Like, isn't it kind of obvious that Oda's going to continuously add parallels and similarities between Little Garden and Elbaf? Like, isn't that kind of obvious? Nah, Sanji's gonna die at this rate. Luffy slash Loki will parallel Luffy slash Zoro. Wait. Luffy slash Loki will parallel Luffy slash. Wait, what do you mean by that? Luffy slash Loki will parallel Luffy slash Zoro. What do you mean by that? I still think Luffy slash Loki will be a callback to Luffy meeting Zoro and getting his swords to join the crew. I think Luffy invited Loki to join the crew to have a giant on the crew. I've been seeing multiple people say that now. I've seen multiple people say that. Let's have a poll, guys. Type your answers in the chat. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Regardless of when, regardless of how, put 1 in chat if you do think Loki will join the crew. Put 2 in chat if you think he will not join the crew. I'm putting a no. I'm putting a 2 personally. Because I think the final 2 Straw Hats to make 12 disciples is Bonnie and Vivi. I would put all my stocks into at least Bonnie joining the Straw Hats. Next, in terms of future projections of the story, the theories that I have most stocks in is Law joining Cross Guild and Bonnie joining the Straw Hats. I'd put all of that into it. I'd put everything into those stocks. Simon with the 7, bro. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Can you do more gaming streams in the future? Gartic Phone was too fun. Also, I'm 2 hours into Europa, the final battle, the one you recommended. That doc is wild. Yo. Wait, you're actually, whoa. No way. Dude, I've been telling people to watch that forever. No way someone's finally watching it. Dude, I've been telling my supporters to watch that documentary for months to have their whole worldview flipped upside down. Yo, Simon, oh my brother. Did you reach a part about something hollow, a holla? Just say a yes or no. Did you reach anything where they started talking about a holla cost? Simon, can yo, I want some W Simons in chat. I want some Wymans in chat. Big W to Simon, man. Chat, you guys need to watch that. It's free. Just Google it. Europa, the final battle. That will be the best thing you would ever watch in your entire life. I don't care about One Piece. I don't care about presidential election. I don't care about a meme. Europa, the final battle will be the greatest thing you ever watch, ever, aside from Jesus coming down. Yes, A. At that point, Simon, if you reach that part of the documentary and you see how they talked about the holla blank, that should just completely flip your worldview, and now it makes a lot of sense why certain people do certain things and why certain people control all the centralized banks. They control big tech. They control big pharma. Yeah, of course they say, of course ADL puts that up. ADL, if you say Hail Jesus, ADL says that's hate. Did you guys know that? If you guys say Hail Jesus Christ, the ADL says that it's hate speech. So no, we don't buy stocks in garbage ADL that they control. Imagine like you walked up to someone, or you like posted Hail Jesus Christ, and someone was like, bro, that's hate speech. You know, there's only one kind of person that would say it's hate speech. I wonder if it's the people that blaspheme him in every synagogue and kill them. I wonder if it's them. You didn't answer his question. What question? But yeah, Simon, we should definitely do more gaming streams, bro. We should do some more Marvel Rivals, bro, because we had some people in there. People enjoyed Marvel Rivals. If you guys want to do some Gartic Phone, we could do that. Maybe what we could do is on, I keep saying this, bro, we gotta lock in, bro. We actually gotta, like, for real, lock in on break week, chat. and we just stream Marvel Rivals on break week. We stream some Gartic Phone. Sway Shock says stream some Apex. I gotta re-download Fortnite if you guys want to play Fortnite. Chat, I really wanted to play Among Us. I think that would actually be fun if we all played Among Us. Simon, thank you for the super chat, brother. King J says, in Norse mythology, Frigg has twin kids, Balder and Hodder, or Hoder, however you pronounce it. Frigg equals Figerland. Balder is known as the Shining One, which could be Shanks, and Hoder is known as the Blind God, Evil Shanks. Ooh. Yo, guys, I think that boy Wing Wei is onto something, guys. I think Wing Wei is onto something. In Norse mythology, Frigg has twin kids. One is named Balder, and the other is named Holder. Could Frigg be Figerland, which would be Garling? So then Frigg, aka Garling, would have twin kids. Balder is known as the Shining One, which would be Shanks. And Hoder is known as the Blind God, which would be the evil twin. Hey, chat. Hey. Put a 1 in chat if you like it. 2 if you're creditless and you don't like it. Hey, King J, man, you've been pushing this fig tree Frigg stuff for a while, man. How would Among Us work? We would see if someone killed you. Oh, yeah, that's actually a good point. Because I was thinking, like, if the stream chat saw me as killer, I would just have to trust that they wouldn't look at my screen. But now that I think about it, if I'm killer and the stream chat is playing with me and they're watching my stream like some little cheaters, they would see who my teammate is. Or if I'm innocent, they would see who killed me. Dang. That's actually... We would literally have to trust the stream chat to not have the stream open. But you know, some people are just going to be scummy. They're going to join the lobby to play Among Us, and they're going to have the stream open and be some little cheaters. Hey, King J, I love the theory, bro. And we got Wong Wokey with another 5. He just doesn't stop going, man. He just keeps going. Young Smokey said, I'm in for any gaming sesh, party, animals, Mario Party, Marvel Rivals, COD, whatever you name it. Hey, we're gonna have to do another Marvel Rivals, man. I'm trying to pivot right now because my main is Hawkeye. I try to play like every character. I swap through everyone. I try to get time. If you look at my career on Rivals, any one of you guys can add me. My username on Rivals is just my name right now. It's just 333VIL. Add me on Marvel Rivals. I'll accept all the requests. Add me, guys. Any one of you guys can add me. If you look through my statistics, I try to have time on every single character. That way I can know how every character works. So I have experience with every character in case I need to switch. But also so I can know how to counter that character. Because if you've never played a character before, it's kind of hard to know how to counter them. Right? But if you've played a character before, you know their weaknesses because you've played them before. So you would then know how to counter them when you see them in game, when you're going up against them. But Hawkeye is generally my main. I'm trying to pivot into Hela, yeah. I'm trying to pivot from Hawkeye to Hela. Hela is extremely strong. Her ultimate's pretty good. Her left shift, where she turns into the Raven, is really good. It's really good for movement and to get away. Her E, the little ball to stun people, is pretty good. But I don't know, man. With my Hawkeye, it's like a hit or miss. Lately, my Hawkeye has been a hit or miss. Either I'm dropping 30 bombs, 40 bombs, and I'm just getting headshots. I'm pinging everything. Bing, bing, bing. I'm just nailing everything, or I'm just missing everything. It's never in the middle for me. Right now, it's never in the middle with me for Hawkeye. Either I'm literally just every shot's a headshot. I'm dropping 30, 35 kills, just going insane, or I'm just missing everything. Viswa said, I'm an Iron Fist main. I hate you. Viswa, I love you, bro, but I hate you. Iron Fist mains, bro, I want to tear my hair out, man. The amount of times an Iron Fist breaks through the front line and just kills the entire back line, dude. Man, Iron Fist is the bane of my existence. Worse than like going against a capable Iron Fist that pushes the back line is more like triggering than a Punisher sitting on a turret the whole game. I truly can't. I despise people who play Iron Fist and push back line, man. Uh, but yeah, Young Smokey, you gotta slide through, bro. You gotta slide through with the Marvel. Young Smokey said the death of Balder brings Fimble winter, which eventually makes Heimdall blow the Gallagher. Dude, I have no clue what you're talking about. Wait. Young Smokey said the death of Balder brings Fimble winter, which eventually makes Heimdall blow the Gallagher horn. What the hell are you saying? Bro, I'm terrible in Norse mythology. The death of Balder brings Fimble winter. I keep saying Wilter. The death of Balder brings Fimble winter, which eventually makes Heimdall blow the Gallagher horn. Could one of the Shanks brother death signal Ragnarok for the One Piece world? Man, I have no idea, bro. I'm so bad with the Norse mythology. Plus, she's hella hot, bro. But yeah, guys, this Shanks stuff, this Shanks theories, bro. These Shanks theories are heating up right now, man. These Shanks theories are heating up. Bro, how many Twitter accounts does Lily have? Wait, I thought I opened up the other one. Guys, why does Lily have like 3 Twitter accounts? Wait, where's the other one? You guys know the Lily leaker on Twitter? They have like 3 accounts. Maybe they're scared to get to maybe they're scared to get nuked. They gotta make multiple accounts. Bruh, you have to play God of War. I tried playing God of War. I forgot which one. I think it's like the remastered, like the main one, whatever. It was just called like God of War. But this is the first time in my life this ever happened to me. This never happened to me before. But when I was trying to play God of War, it was actually unsettling in my soul because I felt like it was so violent, bro. And I never felt that way about a video game before. I never felt that way. Like I played like the first 30 minutes of God of War and I was just like, man, like it's just so violent, bro, and gory. And like I couldn't help it. So I stopped playing. I stopped playing. Jeff, Winter Splash Festival to December 19th. Yeah, guys, there's going to be a seasonal event on Marvel Rivals starting on December 19th. There's going to be this game mode of a 6v6 Jeff the Shark. 6v6. Everyone using Jeff the Shark. And it's Platoon. You guys ever play Splatoon? Where you kill people with the ink and you drop the ink all over the floor and the team with the most amount of ink around the map wins. They're putting that in Marvel Rivals as a seasonal game mode on the 19th of this month. Starting on December 19th, 6v6 Jeff. I'm saying Sphinx is Balder, the most favorite god, and the one who gets tricked by Loki and dies. Wait, Smokey, when you say Sphinx, did you mean to say Shanks, or are you saying Sphinx as in Shanks' brother? Have you played Red Dead 2? Yeah, Red Dead 2 was, I guess in a way, Red Dead 2 is violent, but like, let's be honest, God of War is far more violent than Red Dead 2. I've played a lot of video games in my life. Red Dead 2 is probably in my top 10. Red Dead 2 is one of my favorite games ever. I played I think the remastered on PC. It is literally one of the greatest games I've ever played. The storyline was amazing. The character development was amazing. Dude, Red Dead 2 does not have worse gore than God of War. No way, bro. I gotta give a strong disagree to that, Guts. Hell no. But anyways, Red Dead 2 has an amazing storyline, an amazing character development, plot. The map is gigantic. I played it on ultra settings. The scenery, the mountains, the forest was beautiful. Red Dead 2 was out of this world, bro. I loved that game. Like, I was literally like crying when I beat that game. Am I gonna play GTA 6? Well, it depends, because the streets are saying that Red Dead, or not Red Dead, the streets are saying that GTA 6 is gonna come out on console before PC. Like, how trash is that? That would be the biggest fumble ever, because that's what they did with GTA 5. GTA 5 came out on console like a year or two before they released it and ported it to PC. Bro, I am not going to buy a console just to get GTA 6. I'm going to be real with you, bro. I am not buying a console just to get GTA 6. I'm not doing it. Elle said Kratos is literally ripping heads off. Yeah, like, and that's in regular gameplay, right? When you're just like regularly playing the game, Kratos is like tearing people's arms off and their heads. But on Red Dead 2, you literally have to like find somebody and like walk up to them and like aim right in their face, or like when their body's on the ground, you gotta shoot. You know, you kind of have to go out of your way. It just feels far less gory, you know? And it's just my own opinion. Hey, you guys don't have to agree. You guys can disagree. I just felt like on average, like Red Dead 2 is like less gory. God of War, yeah, it's gore extreme, but Red Dead 2 is more detailed and grotesque. I didn't get that vibe, man. I was just playing regularly, bro. I'm just riding around. I'm on the horse. Pop, pop, pop. Most of the time when I'm like killing people in Red Dead 2, I don't even go close enough to like see the detail. Guys, we got a theory. Guys, a theory just came in the mail. Get ready to type 1 in chat if you like it. Put 2 in chat if you dislike it, okay? Get ready to type. This is from our boy Wing Wei. King J says theory. Okay, what's the theory, King J? Wing Wei says Bonnie is in Elbath because she will confront her biological dad, which is Shanks' twin. In Film Red, even though Uta is adopted, the news of her being Shanks' daughter made the Gorosei afraid. They said having Figurlin blood would be a problem. This proves that the bloodline is naturally stronger. Before Bonnie ate a fruit at age 8, she was defeating adult church people in a fight. You guys hear that? Before Bonnie ate a fruit when she was 8 years old. Let me say it one more time. Before Bonnie ate a fruit, before she ate a fruit when she was 8 years old, she was already beating up adults. People assumed that it was because of Buccaneer blood. Now that we know she is not a Buccaneer, we could conclude that she's stronger because she has Figurlin blood. This is about Bonnie being his daughter. This is Shanks' brother. Bonnie has armament at age 12. Put a 1 in chat if you like it. Bonnie is the son of twin Shanks. Put a 2 in chat if you don't like it because you're creditless. And King J, you already know I can testify to this theory with the SBS of I could testify to this super chat, or not the super chat, to this. What the bro? What is this?
Oh my god, bro. Oh, man. What the fuck, man?
I put in SBS Supernova Gender Bend. I'm trying to pull up the SBS for the Gender Bend Supernova in One Piece. And then it shows me Gender Bend. Bro, I don't trust any of these, bro. Chat, you need it, bro. Chat, nowadays you gotta ask for the baby pictures, not on some weird stuff. But nowadays, chat, you guys gotta be careful. You guys gotta ask for, yo, where are the baby pictures at? What does your ID say? Cause you know, hey, us out here, you know, we like women, you know. We're not really into them dudes. That's not really the team we play for. That's not our side of the field. You got to be careful, Chad. You got to be careful, man. You with the filters and the Botox and the plastic surgery and the makeup, bro. Chat, you never know, man. But anyways, King J, we see in the gender bend Bonnie that she literally is Shanks. She's literally Shanks. So the idea that Bonnie is, like you said, the son of twin Shanks is a great theory. I think it's a great theory. It's a great theory, Wingway. Guys, get your votes in. If you guys voted, vote again. 1 vote per person, guys. 1 in chat if you like the theory, 2 in chat if you don't. King J is arguing that the reason Bonnie was 8 years old without a devil fruit, beating adults and having armament is because she has Figurlin blood. That's why she was so strong at 8 years old with armament at 12, no devil fruit at that point, beating up adults. Moreover, gender bend Bonnie is literally just Shanks. So it's possible that twin Shanks has a daughter and that daughter is Bonnie. I think it's a good theory. I think it's straightforward because we went through earlier in the stream. If you guys are just tuning in, if you guys didn't see earlier in the stream, we pulled up an SBS question where a reader pointed out that, is there multiple Shanks? Like, does Shanks have multiple people? Are there multiple personalities? Like a multiple Shanks kind of question. And in the SBS, Oda ran away from the question. Oda was super dodgy, and that we know that's a huge red flag if you look at the trend of SBS questions by Oda. So it's clear that there's something very strange going on with Shanks. There's a big question mark over his head. And the fact that in these spoilers, we're seeing that there's a dude who's in the Holy Knights appearing. He looks like Shanks. It's possible that there is a twin Shanks and he has a daughter that's Bonnie. I think it's a great theory. Hey, King J, you get my cosign. I remember King J. I'm going to have to adjust. And King J, you could tell me if I'm taking the easy way out. And chat, you guys can tell me if I'm cheating. You guys can tell me if this is scummy. In the past, I was using very similar arguments. I was saying that maybe Bonnie is the daughter of Shanks for all these reasons that King J is listing. And I want to adjust. I want to adjust. I don't want to say that Bonnie is the daughter of Shanks. I want to say that Bonnie is the daughter of twin Shanks. So guys, call me out. Is that unfair if I adjust? Let me know. Am I taking the easy way out? Is that being cheap? Is that being scummy? Or is that being fair? I just want to do a minor adjustment. Because you guys could see on my past streams, I might have mentioned it on a Bonnie video. I talked about how Bonnie was sent to the Celestials. She could have pink hair because of red from Figurlin. She would be daughter of Shanks or daughter or granddaughter of Garling. Something of that nature. And King J said no. That's what I'm also saying. All right, awesome. We're locked in. Okay, I'm going to... Guys, if you guys want to know my future projections, I'm going to lock in with this theory. I'm going to lock in right here. I think there's a lot of arguments that, again, Shanks is a twin, and that twin got with Ginny, and they produced a baby named Bonnie. And that is why Bonnie, at 8 years old without a devil fruit, beat up adults, and then on top of that had armament at 12 years old. How do you explain that if she clearly is not a Buccaneer? How do you explain that? King J, awesome theory, bro. He said, once you pointed out in my DMs that your Rouge in Gender Bend Supernova art is pointing at Bonnie saying, "Ew, Celestial Dragon." Yeah, exactly, King J, exactly. So guys, you can't see it here, but look right here, guys. Pay attention. Here, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for you guys in chat. If you guys are paying attention, I want you guys to stop typing. Only type a 1 if you're paying attention. Okay? I'm going to give you guys some more sauce. I'm going to give you guys some more recipes to cook with. Because we're giving you guys all the sauce, man. We're giving you the sauce to make these theories. I'm giving you the sauce right now for you to go make a video, go put this theory out on the YouTube, go put it on a Reddit, put it on Discord, Twitter, send it on Telegram, Instagram. We're giving you the recipes. Put a 1 in chat if you're paying attention. We're in class. Class is in session. Put a 1 in chat if you're focused. I need more 1s. We only got 3 1s in chat. If you're focused on my dialogue, my vocal dialogue, drop a 1 in chat. Because I'm about to give you some sauce. Lucas put a 2. Because we pointed out this detail a long time ago. I forgot about it, and King J is reminding me of it. Okay? So chat, check this out. A reader asked Oda, could you draw the gender bend supernova? So Oda fulfilled the request, and he drew the gender bend supernova. He drew Bonnie gender bend as a male, and she looks like Shanks. And this was way before the Ginny reveal. This was way before Kuma's childhood, God Valley. This was way before that. But I want to point out, chat, you can't see it here because it's not translated, but when you look at Yoruja's dialogue, how she's looking at Bonnie, if you translate what Yoruja is saying, ew, a celestial dragon. Tell me that's not foreshadowing. Tell me that's not foreshadowing. Look, you can see the kanji here and then the line. You see this? That's because this would be ew, and then this line means it's dragged on. So she's saying ew. Look, ew. Ew. A celestial dragon. Yoruja is looking at Bonnie saying ew, a celestial dragon. So the idea that Bonnie, that Oda hinted that Bonnie is going to have celestial dragon blood is through the roof before Ginny was even revealed. And we don't think that Shanks is a celestial dragon. So the question is, why does Bonnie as gender bend male look like Shanks is being called a celestial dragon? There's something to think about, chat. That's something to think about. Hold on, I think I missed the Smokey, did I miss a super or did I miss a chat? Young Smokey, if I missed a chat, type something and then do at evil at the end so I can see, so it pings me. Type your message. Okay, you just did it as soon as I asked. Oda said Shanks is the only one who can use Roger's divine departure. He was a prodigy. King J's theory makes so much sense. Wait. How does that connect though? I feel like that connects in a very obvious way, but my brain's not computing. Like, you know, the Windows crash sound, like the Windows like shut down. That's what my brain has right now. Wait. Oda said Shanks is the only one who can use Roger's divine departure. He was a prodigy. King J's theory makes so much sense. Okay, so how does that connect though? It's probably something obvious and I'm not thinking about it. King J said, Buggy said that Shanks, even from his childhood, had great potential. So it's like Bonnie. Bonnie had great potential. Bonnie had no devil fruit at 8 years old and was still beating up adults. And then by 12 years old, Bonnie had armament. Young Smokey said Bonnie, being a powerhouse as a kid, mirrors Figurlin blood in her veins. Okay. So Shanks had divine departure. He was the only one that had it. Why was he the only one when there was plenty of other Roger pirates? Why only Shanks? There must be something special about him. Maybe it's the Figurlin blood. Then we look at Bonnie. Why is Bonnie so special for the reasons I just listed? Maybe it's Figurlin blood. Just like Elle said, Figurlin genes are strong. Zuo said Bonnie's the only one who could copy Gear 5. Yeah, Bon Clay probably can't even copy Gear 5. because his father is the head. Wait, Vincent, you believe that Garling is the father of Shanks? Is that what you're saying? Garling is Shanks' father? Guys, put a 1 in chat if you agree, 2 if you disagree. Is Garling the father of Shanks? Because then it's like, okay, there is probably, if you believe that, then it's like, okay, there is probably a twin Shanks, and it's that guy that's in the Holy Knights. Because, like, come on. If you're willing to say that Garling is Shanks' father, then, like, is it really that far-fetched to say that Shanks is a brother and he's in the Holy Knights? That's not that much further, right? King J said, another proof is that both evil Figureland guys, Garling and the Snoo guy, lost their kid to the Pirate King. Oh! King J, before you joined the stream earlier, I said something very similar to that. So you're saying there's two evil people, okay? Two evil people. Garling and then twin Shanks. Let's call him Banks. Okay, two evil people, Garling and Banks. Banks had a child named Bonnie who went to Luffy, who went to Nika and Joy Boy. Garling had a son named Shanks who went to Luffy, went to Nika. So that would make Bonnie and Shanks foil characters. They parallel each other. Bonnie and Shanks parallel each other because they both serve the Pirate King. They both serve Nika and Joy Boy. And, you know, we all know that Oda loves doing parallels. Oda loves creating foil characters all over the place. That's super straightforward. Look, think about it this way. If Shanks has a brother and the daughter of that brother is Bonnie, then like the parallel is instantly complete, right? Like this, guys, this theory is so close. Garling is the father of Shanks. Shanks is a brother that's in the Holy Knights. That's who's arriving on Elbaf. Shanks has Banks, fake Shanks, has a daughter named Bonnie. Just like how Banks' daughter Bonnie went to Nika, Luffy. Garling's son Shanks went to Nika, Luffy. Johan says, read this, plus she is related to Shanks through Joy Boy. You're talking about Bonnie, right? Bonnie is related to Shanks through Joy Boy. Shanks knows Joy Boy's Bonnie's Shanks knows Joy Boy Bonnie's initials are Jewelry Bonnie. Oh wait, wait, Johan, that is actually in wait, Johan, that is actually, you either cook something beyond fire or it's a beyond reach. Wait, Johan, either what you're saying is either extremely fire or an extreme reach. You're telling me that Joy Boy has the initials of JB and then Jewelry Bonnie has the initials JB. Wait. That's actually, that's either extremely good or extremely bad. Like Joy Boy plus she transformed into Nika. I mean, that it's not like, obviously Bonnie serves Joy Boy, right? Bonnie was literally being raised to worship Joy Boy, to worship Nika. Like, it's clear, right? Look at Kuma's flashback, look at Bonnie's flashback. She was raised believing in Nika, believing in Joy Boy. So Oda calling her Jewelry Bonnie, like, yeah, for the jewels and stuff like that, sapphire scales, whatever. But JB for Joy Boy, nah, that's hey, Johan, you're in a different galaxy right now, bro. Bonnie a Rev, nah, bro. You got think about it logistically, right? Bonnie was raised by Kuma, and Kuma kept telling her, Bonnie, worship Nika. Bonnie, Nika's gonna come back. Bonnie, Nika's the hero of the world. She was raised worshiping Nika. She finally sees Nika. She transforms into Nika. And she's like, you know what? I don't want to follow Nika. Let me go join the Revs instead. I don't know about that, man. And you have to think, Earlier in the story, Bonnie had the prime opportunity of joining the Revs, and she decided not to, and she became a pirate instead. Bonnie has the persona, she has the characterization of a pirate. She's based on a pirate. I feel like the argument for Bonnie joining, look, even if Bonnie doesn't join the Straw Hats, I feel like the argument for her joining the Straw Hats is likelier than the Revs. Guys, let me know. You guys don't agree with me just because I'm saying it, okay, chat? Don't agree with me just because I'm saying it. I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think Bonnie would, like, let's say Bonnie has to join either the Straw Hats or the Revs. Let's say she has to join one of them. Which one do you guys think? SH, you think Bonnie is going to join the Straw Hats because she worships Nika? Or put Revs if you think she's going to join Dragon? Comment down below. If Bonnie had to join either Straw Hats or the Revs, who do you think she joins? And then you also have how Bonnie is a big eater. She's a glutton, just like Luffy. We saw that she blended in really well. She assimilated really well with the Straw Hats on Egghead. Bro, she even, remember towards the end of Egghead, where Bonnie and the crew were like running away. They were running to the Thousand Sunny. And she just out of the blue was like, yeah, I can't wait to try Sanji's cooking. Like, what was that all about? People made theories. I literally remember when Bonnie was running away and she was talking about how she likes Sanji's cooking, or she can't wait to eat Sanji's cooking or something like that. I forgot what it was. It was something along those lines. People literally made theories that it wasn't actually Bonnie, it was Katarina Devon. And that turned out to be wrong. But now that we know it's wrong, it's like, wait, why did Oda put that? Like, we're at prime time Egghead. The Gorosei are on Egghead. And Oda took the time to have Bonnie complimenting Sanji's cooking. She's excited to have more of Sanji's cooking. Like, why? Like, why are you wasting panels on that? And I think the reason why is because Oda's trying to have Bonnie assimilate well with the Straw Hats. But let me put it this way. To those of you that believe Bonnie will join the Revs, if that happens, you will see me. I've done this before. You will see me on stream. I will admit I took an L. I'll admit I was wrong, and I'll give you all the flowers, okay? If Bonnie joins the Revs, I will on stream admit I was wrong. I took an L, and I will give you the flowers. So I think it was Code 1 and Jin Marks that said Revs. Goku, Superman, and Shanks were gods sent to Earth as babies, found in a box, raised by a human, and eventually became the peacekeeper of humanity fighting against gods. Here, King J, do you know which video it was where I talked about how Shanks was found in a box? I think it was this video right here. To King J for the support, and make sure you guys join my Discord too if you know Flamingo, just as of the tournament. When you Bonnie Chase also was even implicated trying to was it this video? And also talking about why Vivi of all characters is going to be specifically the 5 elder members are celestial dragons. Therefore, this moon motif in Garling's design might be related to the celestial theme that we see by a massive bird. I can't find it. I don't remember which video I pointed this out in. I know for a fact I put this in a video. You have to consider that there was a long-running theory that Shanks was going to be a celestial dragon found on God Valley in a chest. That was a long-running theory that I helped spearhead that theory for a very, very long time. And now we know that Shanks has a huge likelihood of being a figurine. We know that Shanks was found in a treasure chest on God Valley, right? That's pretty much confirmed. So that theory has pretty much came to fruition. What I did was I paralleled how Corazon had celestial dragon blood. Corazon put Law in a treasure chest. So wouldn't it make sense that a celestial dragon put Shanks in a treasure chest on God Valley? I don't know which video I pointed that out in, though. I don't think it was this video. Even further, when you consider their daughters, Bonnie and Rebecca, both of these girls have just also was even
This Zone's big needs to dogs on this young must hearing her for wish and taking after all for directly to the link. Shut a bit with the pop course drag city of Palamiha.
It might have not been this video.
Shining for eye instead might have one thing. Notably, this ship had a figurehead resembling Shanks.
I don't know which video it was. I thought it was this video. Chat. I know for a fact. I put it in a video. I don't remember which one it was. Shanks was most likely found in a treasure chest. That was he was placed into a treasure chest by a celestial dragon, which would be Garling or someone else, maybe the mom, something like that. Maybe no, Bonnie wouldn't be the same case, but that would parallel to how Corazon has celestial dragon blood and he put Law into a treasure chest. So that would just bolster the idea that Shanks has a brother, and that brother, Banks, put Bonnie in a treasure chest. Or, I mean, I keep saying that. Banks had a daughter named Bonnie. Remember when people thought Bonnie was a clone? Big Mom or Ginny's clone? Yeah, I do remember. By your logic with Bonnie, then this could mean Kobe is Shanks' son. Yeah, I've heard those theories before. Kobe being Shanks' son. That's pretty fun because, like, if you think about it, who did Shanks save at Marineford? You probably said that in the rest of your super chat. By your logic, by your logic with Bonnie, then this could mean that Kobe is Shanks' son because Kobe was born in the East Blue, which is the same sea Luffy is from, and also explains Kobe's it explains his incredible strength. Yeah, and then it would be so ironic because, again, who did Shanks save at Marineford? Kobe.
Chapter 580. Sengoku tells Shanks, since it's you red hair, I'll take responsibility. Chapter 907.
Yeah, it might
Shanks
be this
meets
video.
with the Gorosei and they say they arranged time on his request. One Piece Volume 4 Billion. Shanks is canonically revealed to be found as a baby on God Valley. Do you know what these three panels all have in common? They are all hints from Oda implying a mind-blowing conclusion. Not only does Shanks have celestial dragon blood in him, but more specifically, he is related to a Gorosei member. This is a theory that I studied 40 also.
I think this is the video, bro.
It
has to be in this video.
That Oda based on. Now, actually say what that means. Character brand.
I should have added more imagery to this. Or what? Chat. I remember this video came out around the time we got hacked. Who remembers the hack? Chat. You guys remember the hack?
About those
when the channel got hacked.
A plan out saying that, but he is a willing power in the god, and you can. But today, the same really important thought goes on. Actually, is known a character who told Shane the Admiral Emerson would make. Why would Sing conversation with the young as if they wouldn't you this path? This could argue that Shane high or more.
Bro, I don't see it. Bro, I promise you, in one of my videos, I mentioned how it makes a lot of sense for them to be found in a treasure chest to parallel Law. Whatever. I don't know which video it was. Maybe you guys can take my word. All right, guys. Is that about it? Are we wrapping up here, guys? In addition, wait, I think I just deleted a message in chat on accident. Do you know what's ironic? Shanks made Garp's grandson a pirate and Garp raised Kobe as a Marine. Yeah, that is ironic. Kobe has no talent at all. He has to do double training compared to others. Yeah, but like clearly Oda's building something up in regards to Kobe's inner strength, in regards to his potential, because isn't Kobe flying through the Marines faster than anybody else? Kobe became L character after he said the Luffy ending his dream. Peace out, I gotta go. Check out my latest YouTube short. It's less than 15 seconds. Yo, Lucas, brother. Have an amazing morning, day, or night, wherever you are, bro. Lucas, take care, bro. Stay safe, King. Eat some good food. God bless you, Lucas. Yo, door handle. W, my boy. Wait, Lucas, is this you? Oof. Wait, is that Lucas? Wait, did Lucas just choke somebody out?
Wee. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wee. 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 Oh my god. Wee.
Bro. Yo, chat. You guys better watch how you talk to that man Lucas, bro. Bonnet in French translates to bonnet, or is it bonnet? The bonnet is worn by Marianne, symbol of France, and myth or god of freedom. The god of freedom is Nika. Hey, yo! See, there's too many connections between Bonnie and Nika, bro. This could mean Kobe is actually Shanks' son because he was raised in the East Blue. Yeah, we read that earlier. Yeah, and the scar. Yeah. Kobe being son of Shanks would be pretty wild. That would be pretty crazy. And there would be like a lot of parallels and inversions with that. Kobe has faster growth than Kobe. Or than Luffy. Yeah, Kobe has faster growth than Kobe. Look at Lucas out here fighting for the youth division. Yo, this man Lucas is going to end up in the UFC, bro. We're going to have a UFC fighter in the chat. All right, chat. I think we're going to wrap this up here, guys. If you guys have any final comments, any final theories, any final concerns, any final questions, chat, now is the time to post. We're going to wrap this up here. Wrap up in a minute. Guys, I want to thank you for being here. Before you guys leave, make sure you guys drop a like on the stream so we could grow the stream. Adnan, no, you got so unlucky, bro. Guys, drop a like on the stream to help grow the stream and grow the community so we could teach more people about One Piece, bring people more joy and comedy to their life, and bring people to Christ. Guys, drop a like. If you're new here, subscribe. If you're not new here, hit the notification bell so you do not miss future videos and streams. We're focusing mainly on streams, guys, okay? We're focusing mainly on streams, but we're doing a lot of streams. We stream the short summary spoilers, as you guys can see. We stream the long summary spoilers, as you guys know. And we stream the chapter reactions. And you guys have been asking for gaming streams. We did a little bit of gaming on stream on the birthday stream, which was what, 2 days ago. We streamed on my birthday. We played Gartic Phone. We played Marvel Rivals. Maybe on the break weeks we could put in some fun streams like that, guys. Maybe we could go live. You guys in the chat can play with me, play Marvel Rivals. I might have to download Fortnite if chat actually wants to play Fortnite. But guys, great stream. And if you guys want to add me on Marvel Rivals, if you guys ever want to play with me, just add me. I'll accept. Send me a friend request. My username is just my regular username. There's no random letters or underscores or numbers. Just my regular username. Great fun today, guys. We had a lot of super chats from L, Young Smokey. We got some super chats from Simon, Doorhandle, Hamaji, L with the gifted. Lots of super chats today, guys. This was a great stream. We cooked a lot. We cooked a lot of theories, guys. We had a lot of ideas rolling through, guys. This might be a banger chapter. Are you guys excited? Gaming streams, and I know chat also keeps asking for a religion stream. You know what we could do, chat? I think what would be best is what if we did a religion stream every once in a while where you guys call in. You guys can join my Discord server. That's like you guys calling in, and you guys can ask your questions on stream. You guys just use a microphone on Discord. I unmute you guys on Discord through the Discord text channels, public server, and you guys can ask me questions about what I believe. You guys can debate me on God, debate me on whatever it is religion related. Maybe we could do that. And yeah, the gaming streams, I know you guys, people have been asking that for a long time, and we did the Marvel Rivals. It was pretty fun. It was fun. But chat, thank you all. Chat, God bless you all. May everyone here have a nice morning, day, or night. Wherever you guys are, guys, take care of yourself. Guys, can continue seeking the truth. Continue seeking your creator, God. God is your creator. Keep seeking God, chat. It will bring you a lot of inner peace. Keep learning the truth, guys. Don't be like me. I always thought the Bible was made up. I thought God was ridiculous. I thought that people were just brainwashed. I thought people were just following this old 2,000-year-old book. I always wondered, like, why is evil in the world? Why does suffering exist? Guys, I had to sit back. I had to be humble. I had to bring in my humility. I had to put my pride to the side, and I had to learn. I had to learn, why does evil exist? Why does suffering exist? What is the proof? Why should I trust the Bible? How is the Bible not corrupted? I have to learn. I had to learn why these things are believed. You know, sometimes people believe things for the wrong reasons. Sometimes people believe things without knowing why. But I think it's very important that you at least do your own research. Don't listen to a bunch of people saying the same thing when they have no citation, when they have no research. Okay, guys? We know that the manuscripts to the Gospels are traced back to the early 2nd century. The earliest Gospels were in the lifetime of the apostles. These guys wrote it when they were alive, and they passed it down to their disciples. People like Polycarp, people like Ignatius, people like Clement of Rome. They passed these documents down, chat. And we have thousands of copies. What they do, what historians do, what atheists do, they don't even believe in God. They look at the thousands of copies and they compare each other, and they see that they're all saying the exact same thing. And you have to wonder, why were these people willing to be murdered and willing to be hunted down and martyred for something that they knew was a lie? Chat, nobody does that. People might die for something they believe, but no one's willing to be flayed alive, crucified upside down, getting clubbed to death. No one's willing to go through something like that when they know it's a lie. Okay, guys? And there's plenty more arguments that you can make. The whole moral argument. If you believe evil exists, if you believe there are things in this world that are just objectively evil, that everyone should agree on, you have to ask yourself, what is the standard that you use to judge evil? Where does it come from? It has to come from something higher than humans, right? If we all have it written in our hearts that objective good exists, something can be objectively wrong, something could be objectively evil. Well, where does that come from? Where does the standard come from? It comes from God. That's the easiest explanation, and he wrote it into our hearts. There's a million more arguments for this, chat. I want you guys to seek the truth and find inner peace like how I have. I want you guys to have someone that you could always lean on. His name is Christ. His name is Jesus, the true Messiah. You guys can follow the one true only God, the triune God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, all of one essence. We call it God, 3 persons of one essence. Go do the research, guys, and don't let people tell you that Jesus never said he was God. That is complete garbage. Go read the Gospels. It's a completely stupid argument. We know Jesus said that before Abraham was born, I am. We know that Jesus said that the Father loved him before the earth. It's just there's so many arguments, and you would understand these things if you just put your pride to the side. Just admit, what if I'm wrong? What if I was lied to? And go do the research and make sure you're researching correctly. Don't just believe anything. Don't just believe things because I'm saying it. No, don't just believe me just because I'm saying it. Go see if I'm lying. Go see if it's true. Go seek the truth. Go watch people like Inspiring Philosophy. He's a great channel. Go watch people like David Wood on YouTube. Go seek the truth, and you'll find inner peace, and it'll bring you inner peace, hope, perseverance, success, happiness, health, and eternal life.